Somebody give me a guillotine. I just might ride on my enemies. Talking, I fuck on my energy. Nowadays, they just talk, but they talk about nothing. Nowadays, everybody wanna say something. Goddamn, I'm the man, and it feel like it. Give a damn about a hater when I feel like it. Not today, not today, not today, not tomorrow. Get out my way, please, I'm trying to get paid.
What is up, Earth's mightiest subscribers? It is your boy Ernie, the Blerd Without Fear. Got the homie Robo of Left Face TV. Welcome to episode 114 of the Nerds of Culture podcast. We are the woke shade room. We are the woke breakfast club. We are the woke New York undercover of YouTube. We are the woke justice gang. We are the woke Avengers. We are the woke losers club. We are the woke Hellfire Club. We are the woke MI5. We are the woke, actually no, more specifically, we are the League of Extremely Woke Gentle People. We are everything woke, everywhere woke, all at once, with a dash of sass on. Welcome to the show.
It's a little dash.
We got some shit to talk about. We got some shit to talk about. And I think that it's going to be pretty interesting. A lot of you're going to be getting it's kind of funny. I want to say shout out to whoever is the coordinator, the media coordinator for Invincible, because within the same breath as what we got of the Invincible season 4 finale, we also got the Invincible versus story trailer. For the Invincible fighting game, if anyone has been keeping up. And yeah, it's that. I mean, I'm here
for on that.
No.
Yeah.
No, I'm good.
I like my blood pressure right where it's at.
No, same. The thing is, I probably could do pretty well at it. The issue is that for me to be as good at the game as I would want to be, that means it's a time investment. And
yeah.
I don't like playing games anymore that require me to be super terminally online for them to get the case in point. Some people probably say, well, but Blerd, you play Dead by Daylight. But here's the thing, I was already playing Dead by Daylight. So right. I've had a lot of time to get good at that game. Good enough that I can hold my own in that game with no problem. So I don't need to be on it all the time. I can literally take a year off. I actually took 2 or 3 years off from DVD, came back, and it was I never left. But the thing is, games new games that require that of me, it's a non-starter. Don't ask me to play Marvel Rivals. No, just don't ask. Don't ask. I'm not. I mean, I'll play, but know that I am playing strictly for my I am only playing socially. Right. If you're trying to win,
I want to see some superheroes. I'm not trying to get
right. If you're trying to win, you trying to rank up, do not invite me, because I will hold you back. I will hold you back. The same way that you not to say that anyone's bad, but if I'm trying to if I'm playing DBD where I'm in a mood where man, I'm trying to get out. Yeah, don't come. Don't come. don't come. Now if I'm in a mood where I just don't give a fuck, because I do have those a lot. I'm yeah, whatever. But in regards to Invincible versus, no, I'm good. I've seen how sweaty that game. I saw how sweaty the people were that were already playing it in the beta. I'm good. And I don't buy fighting games to play the story mode. So it's yeah, no, thank you. That said, we are going to be talking about Invincible season 4. We're probably going to talk a little bit about The Boys, maybe a little bit later, maybe possibly. Yeah, just depends on what's going on. Yeah, we'll get there. We'll get there at some point or another. We'll see.
Are we going to talk
But
about how Black Noir was Homelander's clone all along?
all along, dude, that shit pissed me off because like it was. You know what? Fuck it. Let's talk about it right now. I'm so tired of people playing on their phone while they're watching TV and then make it everybody else's problem. I'm just gonna be real.
People
about
actually like, nah, watch, it's gonna be his clone.
Yeah, no, I saw that shit. I saw people online talking about that shit. Like, motherfucker was like, "Yeah, man, I think it's gonna be, I think it's gonna be the, yeah, it's gonna be like his clone, and they're gonna have, thank you, man. They're gonna have like, it's gonna be where, it's gonna be him the whole time, and then like they took the other guy that was there, but or actually no, let me take that back. Some of the people didn't even acknowledge that there was a new guy, or that we had already seen the new guy. Like they were like, oh no, he's been real quiet lately, so maybe I think between seasons he got replaced, like somebody killed him, and then Homelander's like, nah, man, see, I need somebody who's loyal, and nobody's gonna be more loyal to me than me. So they went back and cloned Homelander, bro, and then put him in the suit, and they're gonna get to the end of the season, and we're gonna find out that it was Homelander the whole time, bro. It's gonna be crazy, bro.
When you hear about stuff like this, you know what ends up making a lot of sense?
What's that?
Why there's people out there who think the world is flat. Or that we didn't land on the moon.
Right.
Like,
no.
Yeah, that's, I forget people like you exist sometimes. You're just making up shit to believe.
Well, no, it's silly because it's people, and I know exactly what it is. These are people who, when they were watching the show, they were doing this. Oh, hey, something happened. Wait a minute. And instead of rewinding to figure out like what the hell happened that they missed, they just don't rewind at all. So yeah, I'm honestly, I'm kind of sick and tired. I'm kind of sick and tired of people, inflicting their lack of attention span on the rest of the world. Like I get it. I have a short attention span too. This is why I can call out my own people. But the thing is, when I'm watching a fucking TV show, like last night, I was watching this movie and I was kind of tired. So like my mind was kind of like wandering.
Tell you know. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like it was like my mind was just kind of like squirrel. And you know what I did? Instead of just being like, nah, it's probably nothing. I'll just go and let it keep going. There's this handy dandy little feature that most like video apps and things of that nature have. It's like a little 10-second back, or 30-second back, whatever, like however many forward, whatever. I just hit that.
Now you're just making up shit. You're talking about some futuristic shit now.
The skip ahead feature that like we've had for I don't know how long.
Right. Yeah.
I can't make it up.
They can't be bothered. They can't be bothered.
Well, I want them to be.
I'd rather just make up shit online, okay? And then make sure everybody else knows how wrong I am. That's what
what I think is hilarious though is the folks that like they'll say some like incredibly wrong shit, and after saying it, will then get mad that you corrected them, and then make you look like the asshole.
My favorite is when people go like, "Okay, it's not that serious." I'm like, "You're arguing with me. What are you talking about? Like we're in this together, okay?" If this is dumb, we're dumb together. Don't try to back out now.
No, it's too late.
Yeah.
It's too late. You brought me here.
That's right.
You
That's
know,
right.
like there's a lot of stupid discourse because, like, case in point, you know, I know that everyone just recently discovered that very similar to how people only discovered 2 seasons ago that The Boys was making fun of MAGA.
Right.
Apparently, people are just now figuring out that the Viltrumites are Nazis. Like, yeah, we talked about this before, like the previous week or the week before that or whatever. But now that the show, actually, I don't know what I find more stupid.
What's that?
People not understanding by season 4 of Invincible that the Viltrumites are Nazis, or people who just now figured out that the Viltrumites are Nazis and are now making it seem like they were the only people talking about it. And I
told y'all. I told y'all.
It's like, dude, they have been Nazis since the fucking comic came out. Like, why are people, like, I've literally seen people go on social media and brag about how they called the Viltrumites are Nazis. And it's like, duh, nigga, duh. Yes, we know.
Yeah.
And this is how some folks are telling on themselves that they don't actually read comics. I'm just gonna say that. I'm not naming names. I'm not naming names. Just know that if you know, well, you fucking know. Okay. But no. So yeah, you know what? Let's tell you what. Let's go ahead and just go ahead. Yeah, actually, no, before we do, I want to take care of something before we actually do that. Hold on.
Let's do it.
So first and foremost, excusez-moi, I want to take a look because I think we already have some super chats or memberships or something of that magnitude. So I want to take a look at those first before we actually jump forward.
Already.
Yeah. Well, I saw one that came in before, but like, yeah, I want to get to these before we get too far afield. Before we get too far of a field. Okay, so first things first. Let me pull up because I think this is one from Stomp 10. Let's go ahead and do this. This is actually gonna be a pretty easy one because I feel like my favorite episode is probably going to be the same as a lot of people's favorite episode. Mine favorite episode of season 4 was episode 7. Mostly because it was just an ass-kicking clinic that was being put on by Thrag. That was like, I mean, from a storytelling standpoint, though, I do think that I think it was the episode prior to that was pretty damn good. Really, all the episodes were pretty good. But I think 7 just was, you know, in terms of just sheer wall-to-wall amazingness, I think 7 might be my favorite. What about yourself? Do you have a favorite?
So what is the one that dude dies, more or less, almost dies because the big dude punched a hole through his chest and he still choked that dude out? Was that 7?
Oh, you're talking about
6?
It was like 5 or 6. You're talking about
that's the one.
Which, by the way, I will say, if you have not watched the show yet, we are going to be kind of talking about this pretty loosey-goosey here. So, yeah.
That's like 2 weeks ago.
So beware. Well, I mean, yeah. But I mean, I'm just saying, like, anyone who has not even watched, if you haven't watched any of it yet, just know we're gonna kind of be talking about it pretty loosey-goosey.
Conquest, that's the name.
Yeah. Conquest was I think that might have been 5 or 6. I think it was 5.
I don't know if it was my favorite episode, but like when I think back, when I go like, all right, what's happened this season? That shit right there, that's the one. That's the one. Cause just like I felt I'm just like, oh, and he did such a good job. Like he's in pain and he's coughing up blood and he's pulling out his guts and he's like, nah, I'm not letting go. And I'm just like, what the fuck? Yeah, I like that shit a lot. But of course, I'm only saying that because 7, you already said. That's just Thrag is just. I remember. So speaking of people who don't read comics, I haven't read the Invincible comics, and so I'm hitting up Blerd. I'm like, who is this Thrag dude? Like, what? This doesn't even make any damn sense. And you're like, man, Thrag's that. I'm like, I already know, but I'm betting. I bet you this dude's not even a Viltrumite. Like maybe he's like some sort of like god or something. He's pretending to be a Viltrumite, and he's like, nah, he's a whole ass Viltrumite. I'm like, that's not fair, bro. That is not fair. Like what?
The thing about so
Freddie Mercury, yeah,
dude, he's. So I'm gonna tell you
pretty.
the thing that was.
He's way prettier than Freddie Mercury, though.
Oh yeah. Well, I will say this: if there's any one thing about Thrag I don't like on the show versus the comic, and I know why they did it. In the comic, Thrag and Nolan don't look that dissimilar. Like they look pretty close to almost the same character. Depending on what's going on at the time. So they kind of fattened his face up a little bit, gave him a little baby fat on the face, which is fine. I don't mind that at all. But like, yeah, Thrag is just that dude. The thing about Viltrumites is that like Viltrumites are naturally like once again, they're naturally like supermen, basically. But it's all about how much you hone your body that makes you however strong of a Viltrumite you are. Like kind of like how with Conquest, the reason why he's so freakishly strong is just because he's done all the shit. Same thing that Mark had to do. Mark had to like hone kind of exercise his muscles. It's like the human body. You exercise, you're gonna you're gonna strengthen those muscles. So however strong you were before you started exercising, theoretically you should become that much stronger. Viltrumites, it's like that, like infinitely. I mean, they're basically Saiyans. They're basically the DBZ equivalent of Saiyans, more or less.
Then, like Thrag just did something that nobody else on the planet did. Then, like whatever he did to get that strong, nobody's come close. Like Mark's dad, whatever the dude's name is.
Omni-Man. Yeah.
Nolan. Nolan. Yeah. That's what I was looking for. Nolan. Yeah. Omni-Man. Like Omni-Man is supposed to be like that guy too. And then it's like, man, Omni-Man, that's crazy. And man, Mark couldn't even touch him. Wow, that's crazy. Thrag's like, I don't know her. Like, it's like, what? Like that's wild. That shit is wild.
Well, the thing that's like supposed to like be terrifying is like, yeah, kind of like what you just said. When we first saw Nolan as Omni-Man, when he's going through and like taking out the Guardians of the Globe and shit.
Yeah.
Like, he's running roughshod on him. It's like, there's literally nothing they can do to him.
Yeah.
And then you fast forward to Nolan beating the brakes off his own child. And it's like, dude, this dude is like, you already knew the guy was, a badass, but then you find out he's merciless.
Right.
Like, even to his own family. And then once Nolan's out of the picture, you meet Anissa. And you technically meet the other Viltrumites too, so you kind of get a pretty good idea that, all of these motherfuckers are about as strong, if not stronger than Omni-Man. And the fact that they're even more merciless than him, that makes them even more dangerous. Then you meet Conquest and be like, Conquest is a whole other level of merciless, and he's even stronger than the other Viltrumites. Then you see Thrag, and it's like, oh shit, you thought Conquest was a bad motherfucker. No. Like, it's gonna be interesting to see what they do with this, because Thrag has already proven that he's a badass, and I'm gonna tell you right now, this is not the last. Anyone who thinks, like, 'cause he says like a line at the end of the he says a line at the end of the episode where he's basically like, you're never gonna see me again. First off,
yeah, right.
First off, let me be the first to disappoint all of you.
Mm-hmm.
No.
I mean, they kind of let us know what's about to go down, and they have to. Like, they absolutely have to go that route because literally nothing else makes any sense. And I'm curious to see how they even, because my mind's gonna be on this. They better. I don't know what kind of what do they call them, ex machina, whatever you call it. You know, the little plot armor, plot device that they're gonna use. But this guy's out here, the space rider, the not Ghost Rider alien dude. He he shot that laser beam. He's like, just like does this like. Just like his little, like he knew he didn't have to move. If this motherfucker gets hit by a dart, you're like, nah, nah.
Well,
we'll see.
The thing to keep in mind with Thrag is that, yeah, he is gonna disappear, but he's not gone forever. He does come back. That's not I don't even think of that as like a spoiler for anything. He will be back. It's more of a matter of not if but when.
Right.
And one of the things, like one of the most epic battles in the history of the Invincible series that does not include Mark is on the horizon. I don't know if we'll get it next season. Maybe we'll probably get it next season because I mean the show's moving pretty fast through a lot of the material. No. This is it's gonna be Thrag versus another character.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, it's gonna be Thrag fighting somebody else that has already been on the show. I don't want to even say anything because I want y'all to just kind of I want y'all to be surprised. But just know, Dinosaurus is another thing, and with Dinosaurus, that's less a physical fight and more a fight of ideologies in a battle of wills.
Morality. Yeah.
Because, don't get me wrong, they're gonna throw hands. Like, let's go and get that out of the way. Mark and Dinosaurus, don't let this season fool you, because Dinosaurus, I know he kind of like showed up and disappeared, but the truth is, Dinosaurus is a villain that kind of hung around for a while. Like, I was kind of worried they were going to do the same thing with Dinosaurus they did with Powerplex. Because Powerplex is another character that, like, yeah, like, he kind of does, like, a big thing, like, when he first hits the scene. But he doesn't just go away. He comes back. Like, he comes back, like, a few times. And, like, it's like his story kind of spans multiple issues over the course of the series. But I think if I remember correctly, Aaron Paul, who plays Powerplex on the show, he basically said he was done with the role. So he just kind of, I don't know if he just said that because it was like, oh yeah, I don't want to spoil, if I come back or whatever, or if he was just like, yeah, no, for real, like, yeah, this shit's done. Because they are remixing some things. There's some things that they're changing, about the show, versus what the comic was. And in this, like I said, with Dinosaurs, because, you're going to kind of lean off the Viltrumites for a little bit, at least the way the book did it. The Viltrumites do kind of, as Thrag said, they just kind of fade into the background for a while. And that's when Dinosaurus comes into play. So, like, next season, that will probably be what Mark has to deal with. And I feel like with the way they've been moving through these books, Dinosaurus will probably just be the one season, and then they'll wrap that story up. And then by that, like, because I think feasibly, we're on season 4 right now. Season 5 will be Dinosaurs, and then like season 6, 7, that will be like, I feel like by the time you get season 7, that shit's fucking done. I don't know how they can stretch this shit further than like season 7, 8, maybe 8, but 7 I feel like would be a really good spot to kind of end it. But the thing that threw me, the thing that threw me though was, there were a lot of people who, when they saw that, the end of the previous episode, a lot of people were shook because it was like, oh shit, the Viltrumites are coming to Earth. And like, I was excited for it, not because I thought, obviously, because I've read the comic, I knew better. I was I was excited because I really could not wait to see people's reaction. It felt like Game of Thrones again. I felt like we were back in peak Game of Thrones era, and people who read the books knew the Red Wedding was right around the corner. It's like when people who read the books that knew about the Red Wedding, and they were just being like,
had a global vow. A global vow of silence. Because I tell you what, that shit crept up on me. I never heard a peep. Ruined my whole world.
Why did you warn me?
I'm getting therapy for that episode till this day. I said, no way. Nah, like watch right here. He's this is how she gets out. This is how he's gonna threaten his wife, you know.
Mm-hmm. Well,
they slit her throat. Oh.
They're like, nah, cut that shit. Yeah, cut that bitch throat. Well, for me, I felt the same way about like, well, just in terms of not wanting to say anything to spoil any of it, because I was like, dude, yeah, if people who have not read the books, if they go into and I actually did see a little bit of backlash because of this. So I feel like it was warranted. But I felt like the people who didn't read the comics saw what was about to happen. There were people like, oh my God, the Viltrumites are going to attack. And they even do kind of pull some bullshit where they, at the very, it's at the very beginning of the episode where they, where they basically kind of show all the Viltrumites, you're kind of flying down, you're flying down to Earth, basically, running roughshod, running roughshod on everybody. You see all the Viltrumites just like, ooh, just swarming, and it's like a tidal wave of destruction. Tidal wave of destruction.
Literal.
But it's not,
literal.
There's an actual literal tidal wave. But the problem is, none of that is real. It's like they literally just showed up and quietly faded into the background. Like they had you literally thinking like, and I think a lot of people went into this episode thinking like, oh shit, dude, they're gonna run roughshod. They're gonna go through. They're gonna kill everybody. Everybody's gonna fucking die. It's gonna be like bodies everywhere. But no, what they did was they just quietly integrated into society, because that was more dangerous than just destroying the entire population. Like when they like when they showed old boy just kind of sliding in, like just like, oh yeah, man, don't worry about me, bro. Look like whole Steve Harvey looking motherfucker just rolled in. This motherfucker is literally just about to go walk onto the set of Family Feud. He is literally about to walk on the set of Family Feud right now. Please tell me that is that you can't lie to me and tell me that's not the case.
He's gonna sit there and be like, what do you mean? Am I the only 400-pound 0% body fat man you've ever seen in your life?
Right. Like, right? It's like you had Anissa, who's just like she's already kind of over it. But the thing is, they're all doing it. I love I believe it was Cape Joel I saw say this on Threads the other day, basically talking about how like if only like I forget how exactly Joel worded it, but basically, but it was very perfect. Just talking about how like, man, just imagine like just a baddie biker woman and some menthols turn this dude's whole perspective. It turned his whole perspective around. He's like, oh yeah, man, I'm good.
I can't do this anymore.
Yeah,
he takes his other eye.
Yeah, he's like, Well, but the thing is, this is why I was kind of both excited and worried at the same time for people to see this, because I think people expected this huge fight. And the thing is, you already got the big fight.
Way more. Yeah, I found this way more interesting.
Not to mention, and somebody correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure. I think outside of maybe the first season, I don't think any of the previous seasons have ended on like some huge battle. It's usually like the last episode is usually like the aftermath. Usually, I mean, well, no.
Right.
Sometimes they do end with a big battle, but like usually that big battle is not like the totality of the episode. Like there's more story that's there, and well, yeah, I'm sure some story or like a huge battle would have been great, but I feel like this was the better way to end it because you are basically you have Mark in a position. You have Mark in a position where he can't punch his way out of this situation. He is dealing with a guy who, for all intents and purposes, has his number. He can't fight Thrag, especially by himself. He can't fight this guy.
Mm-mm.
This guy has his number. And especially the state of mind that Mark is in right now, there's no way he can fight him. Like he was struggling with help.
That's a clean ass lineup, though. I just want to say.
Oh, yeah, no, this motherfucker, like, dude, Thrag. Dude, them Clippers is on, let me tell you.
Yeah. And he's got that cape too.
Oh no, dude, that cape.
Yeah.
Look, I'm not gonna say anything else about that cape because I don't want to mess it up for nobody. But that cape's clean, the motherfucker.
It's clean. But let me tell you something. Here's something I know about Thrag. Thrag used to say the N-word a lot because he has so many black friends. But then he's grown and he's realized that's disrespectful and he wants to respect black culture more. So he has nothing but respect. He doesn't say it anymore, but he still keeps that lineup clean.
No, you know what it is? Man, I was watching this video. I don't know how the fuck this got on my feed, but I saw this video. It was this little white kid. And apparently there was some barber. I forget the name of the barber, but he's like, real famous on the internet or whatever. And basically, this little white kid, who was a fan of this barber, mind you, he wanted to get chopped up. So I guess like his parents, like they knowing that he's like a huge fan, they reached out to dude, got some kind of deal set up where like he could come be on dude's like channel or live stream or content, whatever the fuck. And dude gave him a fresh edge up. Little white boy. This little boy immediately rizzed up. Had this kid looking like Thrag, minus the mustache, obviously. Because it was like when I say kid, we're talking about I don't think this kid was more than like 10 or 11 years old, if that. But like the way dude, like, cause he didn't, cause this is a black barber, so obviously he didn't cut his hair like he was just some, this wasn't no Supercuts haircut. He hooked old boy up. And had it where motherfucker shit was just clean, just absolutely like just clean, lined up, had the parts and everything. Hair was looking nice. And I was like, dude, this kid ruined for life. Cause this is the best it's ever gonna fucking be. This kid is literally gonna have all of the other kids on the playground looking at him like, damn, he that dude.
Yep.
He the one.
Yep. What they say.
He him.
Black is the blueprint.
I mean, y'all
the blueprint.
Well, it's funny you say that too, because you know one of our mutuals, Adam from Nerd 901. We were actually talking about this about a month ago, I think, or like a month or two ago. But he was talking about how like when he was hanging out with some other folks, and I guess through like his work, he works with Extra Life. Now, and basically he said somebody like had commented on his beard game. And so like, oh dude, your beard is just so clean. Like it's not like, or it's not like how like other, people's beards are. Usually white dudes usually have like, not trying to diss, but I mean, sometimes y'all be having some scraggly ass fucking beards.
Oh,
and he was like, he said, cause he was,
First of all, just real quick. I cleaned up last week. All right, I let it grow out a little bit. All right, so I don't want anybody zooming in. Okay,
right? Like,
it'll be good for next week.
Look, mind your business. Mind your business. Look, wait. If you sit here trying to don't zoom in, because I'm gonna be like, no, back up, man, back up. But no, Adam was like, no, it's because like he trims his beard using the same kind of styling that black people do.
Right.
And that's why his beard always just looks so tight. And and yeah, man, it was like I said, that's one of those things. Like, I mean, yeah, we do shit different. I don't go that far with it because I'm not gonna hold you, man. I third generation don't give a fuck. I line my shit up ever so often, but I don't really put a whole heap of a lot of thought into it because I don't go anywhere. But
Nice. Somebody on top talked about they see the end credits, the last scene with, what did we say that dude's name was? The giant dude that Mark killed.
Oh, Alan?
No, the Viltrumite.
Oh, you're talking about Conquest. Yeah. Conquest.
I said, did you see the last scene when they went over his grave?
Oh,
I was like, ain't no way. I'm like, as soon as that happened, I was like, this better not be. And then they just go straight to the credits. I'm like, you bitch, you got me. All right.
They're like, hey. Nah, we just fucking with you. I mean, I think that the show does a really good job with that sort of stuff. The stuff they're doing right now, the stuff they're setting up, they're setting up some really interesting stuff for Oliver. Y'all know Oliver got packed up in the previous episode. He got packed up, and
she really shouldn't have been out there. I think that was kind of wild.
He shouldn't have been, but
you weren't going to stop him, so
yeah, you weren't. Well, also he needed this because there's going to be some developments with him that happen later on. Oliver's is going to become a whole like
problem.
I won't say problem, but just like he's going to be that dude that like Mark's going to be looking at very differently. Very in the near future, because thing is, I don't think this is much of a spoiler, but by the next time you see Oliver, he's gonna be a little bit older. Because of how fast his
yeah, that makes sense. I was actually thinking about that because I was like, I feel like it's been a whole season. I feel like he should be older considering how fast he was growing when we first met him. But
yeah, what they do is like they kind of like that was kind of a weird thing for Oliver because it was the same way in the comics as well, like when they just kind of spent like a pretty long time with him being like kid Omni-Man size, but like there's gonna be a point like by the next time you see him he's basically be grown. Is
he ever gonna be on par with Mark, like power wise?
Not really. Well, so basically, like he is powerful. Okay, so the weird thing with Oliver and it's kind of like with Viltrumites and the people that they mate with. It's almost kind of like xenomorphs, where like the xenomorph takes on like the traits of like the thing that it like mates with or whatever. So like there might be like some similarities, things that matter. It's kind of the same thing with Viltrumites. Viltrumites and humans do really well together because like that pairing is very similar, despite the fact that humans don't naturally have like superpowers on the same level.
Sure.
But like that was why they kept calling Oliver an abomination, because like they saw that species that that Nolan was hanging out with. They saw that species as lesser because they were physically weaker, but they were also like shorter lived. And it's kind of one of those things where like Oliver, he's gonna kind of like he's never really gonna be quite on Mark's level, but he's not gonna be exactly like weak either. But like it's one of those things where like Oliver's just always gonna kind of be like he's pretty much always gonna kind of be back of the bus when it comes to like power levels against almost any other Viltrumite. Like he's gonna get his licks in, to be sure. But Oliver is probably the one character who gets packed up almost as much as Mark does. But no,
by weaker people.
By pretty strong people, but like it's still like one of those deals. Like, to be fair, I can't even shit on Oliver that bad because like the people who have shit on him the hardest are Conquest and Thrag. So I'm kind of like, man, they kind of shitting on everybody though.
Everybody, yeah.
That's all. Like, man, buck up, kid, man. Everybody got clapped around here.
Hey, real quick, shout out to the 7803 E9P. If that's supposed to say something, my bad. Love your Substack, bro. I appreciate you. if y'all want to have a Substack, by the way, I know I said this before, but I don't like reading. But what I got on Substack knows this. I won't say my generation. I'm old as fuck, but like the generation and younger don't like reading, right? They got a little play button up top. So like once something's posted, they'll like just give it a little bit and there'll be a play button. So like if y'all wanted to read some articles or something like that, some shit that I've written, you can just press play and read a comic or something.
Look at that.
But www.leftface.report.
Yes.
Leftface.report. We'll go straight there.
The report.
All right.
Like it's gonna be an interesting ride these next couple of seasons.
Was that dude's name Larry? The one-eyed dude?
Alan. That's Alan. Yeah,
Alan.
that's Alan. Yeah.
Yeah, that I haven't read it, but I already know. There's no way he's he's been good the whole time.
Uh-huh.
And it would be too easy for because what made me think of is like, this motherfucker is gonna break bad. That's what's gonna happen. He is going to, because otherwise it just doesn't make any sense. It's like, he's gotten this role. He's the galactic blah blah blah, and then he gets the super virus, the perfected virus that might wipe out all humans because they're similar. They're too similar in DNA. Mm-hmm. And throws it away? Like, nah, I'm not using it. Like,
so
I think that motherfucker's gonna want to use it. I think.
So the thing with Alan, who I will say, Alan's one of those characters that like he kind of gets the Piccolo treatment. Like if the Viltrumites are the Saiyans of Invincible, then Alan is the Piccolo. And I just mean just in terms of the fact that like he's always gonna be that character that's always just gonna be strong because they're gonna invent some reason as to why like. Yeah, this motherfucker's got to be able to keep up. So we're just going to keep making this dude strong too, but he's going to be strong because of different reasons. Cuz like Alan, every time he gets clapped, he comes back stronger. That's like his whole thing. Right. You could like what he is literally the definition of basic. That literally is what he is. He is basically Doomsday but nicer. Every time he gets clapped, he's going to come back better. He's gonna come back bigger. He's gonna come back stronger, more durable. The shit that took him down before is not gonna kill him the next time. Shit like that. And Alan's gonna go through a little bit of a metamorphosis. I won't say what it is, but just know that and more than in terms of physicality, but I mean he's gonna go through a metamorphosis because of power. Not necessarily good, not necessarily bad, but just like you'll notice his demeanor.
It's a greater responsibility, yeah.
Right. Like he can't just be the like he has to at some point accept the fact that he is in charge. And honestly, you're gonna see something very similar. Like you're gonna see a transformation in really all the characters, like because even Mark, he's gone through a few different transformations, but Mark is kind of gonna go through one that I'm not terribly excited about because Mark does kind of become insufferable. But I will say that one good thing about this show is that Robert Kirkman's been really good about approving changes that he didn't particularly care for. We kind of talked before about the interaction between Nolan and Debbie. But the thing we had to, and I actually kind of wanted to wait and see what was going to happen because even I knew their first interaction, when Nolan comes back, it goes about the same way.
Yeah.
It's what happens after. Now, whether or not they go that route is another story altogether. I don't know if they will. They probably won't.
Okay.
But like Kirkman has basically said that like this is like his way to kind of like fix things that he wasn't terribly crazy about.
I see.
With the benefit of hindsight, because that was another thing. Some of you might remember this, but we found out that the reason, well, technically we knew, but the show finally gave us the reveal of why Eve's powers were going haywire.
Right.
like I said,
I do like that they did that whole Thicky McThickums phase. It didn't even. It's like it happened.
Yeah,
and it's like you're just gonna. Yeah, people change.
they didn't make a big deal about it.
No, they didn't even mention it. Didn't even like do a thing where like Mark has to say like it's okay or anything. It's like
yeah,
okay,
no, they didn't do that. Well, and the thing
Yeah.
is, it's handled very differently in the book.
Mm.
Because in the book, there is a conversation about it. Like there is attention drawn to it. Like they make it very obvious that she thicked up, and they draw attention to it. And the way that Mark handles the abortion angle in the book is a bit different. Where
Does he get upset a little bit at first?
Yeah, it's the like I said, I from my memory of it, yeah, it's like it's not it becomes one of those things like it becomes a plot point that kind of looms over their relationship. And while like it's never I'm not gonna say that it's not that it's handled, I think, like incredibly problematically. It's just that it's handled from the lens of a dude.
Got it.
Which I guess makes sense because
Yeah.
I mean, the main character is a dude. But
in here, it's like a dude who isn't an asshole.
right, like Mark is infinitely more mature about the situation than what I think some people maybe would have expected.
Right.
He handles the situation in such a way that it doesn't read as being like this it's not even anything that he actually says in the moment that it happens. It's stuff that like kind of like lingers over like after the reveal. But I like that they made it where it was very like, hey, supportive. Let's keep it supportive. Let's keep it supportive and not have Mark say anything that could potentially be seen as shitty.
You know what I would like to think? I think what they did is, and this is something I think more media should do, right? I think more media, that wants to be woke. Being woke is not like I have X number of black characters, I have X number of gay characters, right? That's the pandering, right? That's the rainbow corporate type shit. But this was real. Like this was like, we do have responsibility. We do have a predominantly male audience, right? That's who the target audience is. What if we show a dude acting stand up, like acting how we want men to start being, right? So like instead of doing the thing where it's like, well, here's how men usually act and I'm going to make my character do that too. That way it feels real and relatable. Well, how about don't do that.
Yeah.
don't be like those dudes. Like, why don't you show an example of people that people should like be, because I totally understand like the what's the word I'm thinking of? Wanting to think that maybe I would like to think I'd act like Mark, but if Maneater one day said, "Oh, by the way, I'm really sorry, I didn't tell you, blah 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 blah, I had an abortion 2 weeks ago," I think my first instinct would to be like, well, we didn't even talk about it, right? But I would know that that's a product of, the patriarchy and all this shit, like this idea that I have any kind of control over her body, or not even so much that that she shouldn't have talked to me about it, but more along the lines of, is that the primary concern right now, right? Should I be more concerned that she didn't talk to me about it, or should I be more concerned why she didn't talk to me about it? Why does she have to go through this alone? Why does she keep it to herself? Maybe that's the more important thing. And I like the show went there. I think Mark did good.
I actually had to remember. So the thing, and this, when you were talking about the whole like Eve, her body image and everything, how they kind of just didn't draw attention to it. The thing that the comic did is they had Eve act as if she were some kind of a monster when like when Mark shows up that first time
Mhm.
after yeah, he's been gone for so long. Basically, instead of like doing the thing where they're like, oh, they just walk up, embrace each other, and like it's like, oh, I've missed you so much, I love you so much, oh my god, come here, and then they immediately just started clapping cheeks. They do something very different in the comic. In the comic, they basically just have Eve where she's just like disgusted with herself and doesn't want to be seen, and it's like, oh, I don't want you to look at me, oh god, don't, I'm such a blubbery mess, oh my god, just I've let myself, like they make it like where Eve is obsessed over it. And I mean, and like, not to say that women don't uh 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 it's not to say that women don't suffer from negative self-image, but like it was one of those things where it was like that was the part of it I thought that Kirkman got wrong.
Mm.
I thought because even then, like, Mark doesn't make that huge of a deal about it. Like,
No. Yeah, I'm
not
looking
in
at
the
it right
comic.
now.
Yeah, not in the
Yeah.
comic. But like it's one of those things that, and I don't know, maybe the show, when we get to the next season, maybe I don't know how any of this stuff is going to be handled, because even in the comic, like I said, the abortion angle, it's handled about almost roughly the same, but it is a plot point that kind of lingers over their relationship a little bit more than what it did on this.
Right.
And I'm kind of hoping that, while I'm certain they probably will touch on some aspects of it, like I think there's one issue, and I think it's actually before Eve even says anything about it, like where I think they were hanging out with the Immortal and Duplicate,
Mhm.
and yeah, obviously, the Immortal and Duplicate, they're supposed to, like, start a family, or like, they've started a family by this point, kind of as they have on the show. Um but basically, when she's around their children, like, Eve kind of gets choked up, and like kind of is having like you can kind of see like she's you I guess she's wrestling with whether she regrets what she did or not, and so on and so forth, whatever. And like I said, there's going to be points where Mark is going to kind of like think back on things, and like their relationship is going to get pretty tense. But
Mhm.
I'm curious to see how they're going to tackle stuff like that. Like, I'm glad that the problematic aspects of the comic have largely not found their way to the show, but we're kind of reaching that point where some of the other things that were considered problematic, like case in point, the nefarious SA incident that could or could not show up in the show, which I hope it doesn't. Um, I know there's some people that want it, and that's fine. You can want it. I don't want that shit. Because it's not handled, like, it's not handled well. It's not like, it'd be different if if they can handle it well, sure, fine, whatever. But like, I just don't know if that's like a thing you can do, because you're not going to be able to rehabilitate anybody from that. Like,
Right.
none of the characters involved are going to be able to be rehabilitated from that, at least as far as perpetrators go. But
Mhm.
like I said, I thought they did a fantastic job. I saw someone bring up the animation stuff earlier. That shit bugged the shit out of me. I was so, like, I get it. Invincible does not have like the hugest animation budget like in the world.
Are you talking about that one still with him looking at the Earth?
No. It was just people complaining about the animation budget of the show in general.
Oh, okay.
It was something like, because I forget exactly where I saw it, but like basically there were people that were complaining, saying that they would take a picture, they take a still image from the show and then match it up against the corresponding image of something that happened in the comic. And like, oh man, this comic look way better, man. This animation's trash because it doesn't look like the comic, whatever the fuck. And I was just like, dude, for one, I get it. The animation budget from I don't know exactly what the budget is. I looked it up. I don't know how true this is. It probably is, maybe. I don't know. But the rumor is that the animation budget is somewhere between 2.5 to 2.75 million per episode. Now that's Google AI overview telling me that, and it's basically taking it from a Reddit post that some rando put out there. So, like I said, I'm prefacing everything I am saying here with that, and it's because people like, and you know what I think it is. I think people have been spoiled by anime. I think people have been spoiled by anime because they think that like, oh, see, anime does this shit all the time. But the thing is, even anime doesn't always, get it right. Not to mention, we could tell you about the terrible work conditions that they put their animators through.
Right.
Like how they're basically cracking the whip on the motherfuckers at Mappa to make episodes of JJK. So I mean, I wouldn't hold up Japan as the golden paragon of animation, because they beat their employees' asses to make that shit the way that it is. It's not it's people literally being overworked and underpaid all at once. And
it has a surprising animation quality I was not, that I wouldn't. It was Demons of the Shadow
Demons
Realm.
of the Shadow Realm? Yeah.
I was watching it, and I think it's going to be good. I like the premise. But the animation was I was like, not it's definitely not Jujutsu Kaisen. That's for sure, I'm going to still enjoy it, but I think it's only 3 episodes.
It's still it's because if I remember correctly, I think the creator is the same person that did Full Metal Alchemist, I think.
Right. Right.
But I mean,
same art team?
I don't know if it's the same art team, but regardless of who the art team is, they almost always try to recreate the look of the manga. So
got it.
Usually, they'll do it all the time, like 1-to-1, but like, more often than not, when you see the show, it don't matter who the fuck's animating that shit. They're gonna try and keep it as close to the manga as humanly possible. Sometimes for the better, sometimes for the worse. Just kind of depends. Because I always tell people, that's the reason why One Punch Man always looks kind of weird, is because, like, I don't know if you've ever read the One Punch Man manga. That shit used to look like dog shit. Like, I don't like who has never seen the old One Punch Man manga? Because I mean, when I tell you that shit used to look like ass, like hot buttered ass. Let's see here. Let's see if I can find original. Here we go. Yeah. Here, let's see here. Let's pull this up. No, I do not want to support you, so get the fuck out of here. But no, the original manga of One Punch Man, if you've never seen it, used to look a lot like this. So I mean, I was, yeah.
So I want everybody to like pause for a second. I want everybody to look at this, and I want you to stop waiting to make your comic.
Yes, please.
Because if your story is good, you just might have this. You know who could have drew this? And I'm only exaggerating a little bit, man. I got to get his art book in here. My 5-year-old grandson I caught him watching YouTube videos on how to draw stuff, and one of the things he was drawing was Charmander. Wasn't tracing. I gave him like a little art sketchbook, and I gave him some like art pencils, and he was just doing this just doing reference art. That shit was good. I was like,
yeah.
I wanted to tell him, like, all right, you're not going to understand what I'm saying right now because you're 5, but usually I would say it's good because I love you. This is actually good.
Yeah. Well, they're pulling in. Yeah. Oh, no. And this, what Ed Boy just said here, the OG One Punch Man is the definition of don't worry about making it good, just make it exist. And I say this a lot. Matter of fact, some of y'all are, some of you are patrons and channel members, you probably have noticed there's a new video that's up that you guys are getting early access to. I think it's gonna go live for everyone on the 27th. Yes, it's gonna go live for everyone on the 27th. But that's actually some advice that I actually gave in that video. Is that don't like if you are waiting for your art style to be the most like if you're waiting for that shit to be perfect, fuck that. It's never gonna be perfect. Go ahead and start making the thing now, because I promise you, One Punch Man did not always look the way it does like right now. Like I said, that shit, like, and anyone who thinks I'm bullshitting, like, this is not like this isn't some meme image that I have up here. This is what the book used to fucking look like. So please believe, worry about that shit later. Worry about that shit later. It's because like and honestly, not everything is going to be perfect. Like even the pros fuck up sometimes. I have read comics by people who I know for a fact are fucking legends in this business, and every now and again they throw up some bullshit. Every now and again, because nobody's perfect. But yes,
and sometimes, sometimes you think about a certain project that an artist does that looks like doo-doo water, and you say so on a stream, not realizing that artist's friend is also in the stream listening and doesn't appreciate you talking doo-doo water about his friend.
Wait a minute, Frank Miller.
Yeah, he's talking about you. The one thing I do want to say though is that when I told you who I was talking about, you showed me some of the guy's art, and I was like, oh, okay, he's good. Then he was just trash on Ninjak. I learned my lesson. I ain't gonna say his name, but he was trash on Ninjak. And I was just I was like, actually, this is pretty dope. But anyways,
well, I mean, I think Frank is just in his waning years, I think is what that is when it comes to Frank Miller. But like, I mean, but
I think Frank Miller's always been kind of hit or miss for me. Like, sometimes I'm like, ooh, that's dope. And then other times I'm like, what is that? Like, his Wolverine is ugly.
Oh yeah, no. Well, I mean, I remember his Sin City days, and like even during Sin City, like I think his art was better like overall. But every now and again, he'd throw up some bullshit, even in Sin City. Every once in a while, not all the time, but like I think it just really comes down to what people want. What people are willing, what people are ready and willing to put forward at any one given time. Because like when I look through people's portfolios, sometimes, and I'll see art that varies so wildly in quality that sometimes I'm scared to ask them to do anything. Because I'm like, well, which version of you am I going to get?
Am I going to get? Yeah.
Like, am I getting you at your best, or I'm getting you when you don't give a fuck? Because I've seen some motherfuckers, like I said, I'm not going to air anybody out, but I have seen some artists that when I look at their work, and once again, I'm probably no different. I'm pretty sure I'm no different.
I know. I sure as shit am not.
I am positive I've thrown up some bullshit every now and again.
I piss myself off a lot, actually.
Yeah.
Because I'll draw some shit and I'm like, okay, look at that. And everybody in the house and my son who can't he never gives compliments is always like, wow, this is actually really good. I'm like, okay, I think I'm getting the hang of this shit. And then I draw something on the next page and it looks like I got cerebral palsy or some shit. I'm like, okay, I got to practice some more. I don't know what happened there.
It's like, look, hey, even real pimps fuck up sometimes, man. Even real pimps fuck up, man. Look, that was me. Look, I could be better. I could do better.
That's right.
I am somebody. I am somebody.
Gosh darn it, people like you.
Gosh darn it, they like me. Damn it. No, I had to laugh because sometimes there's some days I'm feeling myself. There are some days I'm like,
hey, Scott Campbell. I can't imagine him doing anything wrong. Let me see.
Xena
Warrior Princess. Let's see what this looks like. I'm curious because I really like his art a lot. J. Scott.
Yeah, I'm looking that shit up right now because I want to see. Lord, bruh. Fuck out of here, bro. Fuck up out of here, bro.
Why does you look like Tyrion from Game of Thrones?
Right? Like here, well, you know what it is? So basically what they did is here, I'm gonna pull this up so y'all can see this. So this is his Xena warrior princess right here. Here's the thing. Okay, I'm okay. I'm gonna keep it a whole stack with y'all. Actually, yeah, fuck that. I'm gonna keep it a whole omnibus with y'all. This right here, like from a looks standpoint, I think there's a lot that's done correct. But I'm gonna tell you where the problem is. It's in proportions.
I was gonna say,
yeah,
sure,
so
she's not the proportion department.
right. It's not the so like right here.
Yeah.
It's like okay, so she has this whole thing where like okay, you're looking here, and it's like okay, like body, like upper torso. I'm like okay. There's a little there's some foreshortening and some perspective going on the arms. I'm like, okay, fine, whatever.
That would make her backhand way too big.
Yeah, that is, and that's okay. So you see where I'm going with this shit.
Yeah,
so it's
yeah,
like
yeah.
I feel like her hand sticking out should be a little bit bigger. I feel like her hand sticking out should be as big as her hand that's back here, and then like the hand that's like further away should be like a little bit smaller. But also her head is ginormous on her body.
Yeah.
And I don't know, like I thought it was just me.
That's
I thought maybe it was an optical
adult toddler. That's an adult toddler right there. She probably trips and falls all the time. That big ass head.
It's like when they walk in the door, they walk in like this.
Yeah.
Because they can't hold like. It's like
and that girl on the bottom looks like she's in mid morph trans. What's that book called? Animorphs. She looks like she's in mid trans into like like a ferret or something.
Right. Well, I mean, and that's the thing. So like, she looks like a kid. Like, and I get it. You get Gabrielle. Like, basically, Gabrielle is short. Don't get me wrong, but goddamn, she looks like she is 10. She looks like she's a 10-year-old child.
Yeah, there's like a hobbit size. Yeah.
Yeah, she's like a hobbit-sized person. And I feel like Xena's leg. Okay, first off, here's the problem. Her legs are like it looks like from here, from like the waist down, this is a different person's body. Like this is not the body. The lower half does not belong to the person's upper half, is what it feels like. And I don't know. I just like okay.
If you want to see how. Imagine her without clothing, and you'll really see how weird this shit is. Like, there's bending parts that aren't supposed to bend. You know?
No, I just saw
well,
that too. But I saw what Mike Manhattan said about Gary Frank when he drew Clark Kent as a kid. Did you ever see that shit?
No, but I'm about to.
Yeah, I look, I got it right here. So some of y'all might remember there was a little book called Doomsday Clock. And yeah, this is
that's like Manhattan, right?
What? It's Clark.
But is that the picture you're talking about? Because I got a different picture, and this shit looks.
I mean, there's that.
Scary.
There's definitely that too. But like, it's just like this was like, I don't know. Just it was like, man, this is.
Check it out on Discord.
Here, let me see what you got here. Hold up, let me do a little switchy Rooney. Oh yeah, no, that one is actually even worse. That is actually somehow, some way, that is even worse. And I don't know how it's even possible. Hold on, let's see here. Oh my God, like, bro, what? Who? Gary, you need your ass whipped. I'm sorry. I'm not saying anyone needs to go out and find him. I'm just saying Gary needs to be slapped upside the back of his head for that shit.
He gave that 10-year-old boy a 40-year-old face for no reason.
He took Christopher Reeve's face.
Yeah, I see that.
Put it on. He took Christopher Reeve's face. If he took
I bet Christopher Reeve looks just like this at 10. I bet you he looked exactly the same.
I said, oh God, what are they doing?
Oh shit!
Why are we like this? Man, this motherfucker looks like he just got done. Well, you know what it is? He's got an uppercase head and a lowercase body.
Yeah.
Like, bro, why are
401k have a little boy?
dude, that is a 10-year-old with bills, okay?
Yeah.
That's a
he said,
10-year-old who
"Is that
has
Tom Cruise?"
bills. That motherfucker got a retirement plan. This motherfucker's got an AARP. Like, what are we doing?
He's got PE tomorrow, so he's got to like balance it all out, you know?
I'm just like, bro, what are we doing here? Like seriously, like what are we fucking doing? But no. Now I don't know what the rest, like I can't speak to I can't speak to the rest of it. I can't speak to the rest of it, but honestly, I feel like okay, here. I'm gonna take this one. I want to take this one because this is a way to kind of look at this, and we can look at it. You know, we're comparing objectively. Okay, so here. So as I want to go back to the original image. I'm gonna go back to the original image here. So we had the Xena here. Xena, we've laid out our criticisms. Improportionate body, all that stuff. The kind of floaty eye thing, like it's like I will say, you know what it is? Okay, I can't unsee this now that I've kind of looked at it, but like you can kind of tell that maybe her head was supposed to be more tilted than what it is, because like the way her eyes are slanted, it seems like her head should be tilted more like this as opposed to being like straight like this, like going up and down. These eyes are at tilt where the head should be like going like that. That make any sense? Does that make any sense? Like, yeah, or am I being too picky? Am I being too picky? Because
no, that's exactly right. It's like her face is twisted on the lower half, away from where she's looking at.
And yes, this does look like some fucking ElfQuest shit. It does, and I'm not saying ElfQuest is bad. I love ElfQuest, as much as whoever else likes it. But yeah, now I'm just kind of like, ooh, shit. Like it's like, and here's the thing. I'm not saying that I'm perfect because I've done this shit too. That's how I can notice it. That's how I can clock it. Because this is also why I love drawing digitally sometimes, because when I make that mistake, I can tell you what happened. You know what? I know exactly what fucking happened. I can tell you exactly what happened here. This motherfucker drew this head, like he wanted the head to kind of be tilted a little bit, but when he drew it, like he probably had it like in his mind's eye. Jay had it in his mind's eye to have the head a little more tilted, but then like he was doing the eyes, his mind started kind of going somewhere else, and by the time he got done, he was like, yeah, I'm not erasing all this. And
it's like, it's 1994. I'm not doing that, man. Paper's expensive.
Like, right. He's like, man, I will also say, yes, there are like, okay. Yes, I do agree. There are too many lines. I do agree there's, okay. So I don't know if anybody knows this, but there is this principle when it comes to drawing women. And I don't know why it is this way. It just is what it is. And you know what? Don't blame me. Blame the patriarchy and beauty standards. But when you draw a woman's face, the more lines you put on a woman's face, and I don't mean like, oh, like you detail, like, or I don't mean like, oh, I'm gonna put wrinkles on our face. No. I'm talking about detail lines. Just detail lines. Like right here, how you have like, oh, hey, there's this little like here, just to kind of show that she's scrunching her cheek up around here, or this right here.
It's supposed to be like a smirk or something, but yeah.
Right. The more lines you put on a woman's face, the older you will make her look.
The older, yep.
And it's the same with men, but with men,
you're allowed to look old.
Well, no, it's not even that. It's like this weird, I can't explain it. And maybe one day I will make a video about this. But when you look at a man, like, okay, take any fucking picture. The Jim Lee here. Matter of fact, you know what? Fuck this shit. Let's fucking do this now. Let's just fucking do this now. We're gonna fucking do this shit live. So when you take a male character, let's go with the Jim Lee. Let's go with the Jim Lee. Yeah, how about that? We'll go with the Jim Lee. And here, you know what? Let's go to the classics. Let's go to the classics. We're gonna go with the classics here. Okay, so I'm looking for a character, and we're gonna go. You know what? This might be a little unfair, but we are gonna go with someone who is technically kind of old, but also looks kind of young. We're gonna go with a Magneto. So you see this right here? You see this shit right
Yeah.
here?
Yeah, he's gone through some shit.
But like, he looks cool. He doesn't
Right.
look old. He
Right.
looks cool. All of them goddamn lines. That's the thing. The ratio of the number of lines that you can put on a man's face versus a woman's face before like these, all this detail. And while yes, he looks like he's a good and grown ass man, he does not look old. Yeah, he looks like he's been through some shit, to be sure. But he doesn't look like he doesn't look like he's about to die any second now. He doesn't look like he
Right.
needs to be, sent to the retirement home. But when you do that to a woman's face is always, and then like I said, don't blame me, blame the patriarchy. It's just the way it is. I didn't make it this way. But whenever I draw a woman's face, I always have to try and be cognizant of the number of lines that I place on that woman's face. I always have to be careful to make sure that I'm not like here's another example here. I'll go right here. See, let's go here to Rogue. So right here with Rogue, you shouldn't have a lot of lines on her. Like she has like a little some right here, kind of showcase fact that like we're kind of looking at her from a perspective where her nose, you wouldn't actually, there'd be a little bit of a shadow there. You can see right here, just kind of to kind of give the chin a little bit of depth there. And, she's smiling, so she's got some laugh lines right there. But outside of that, you don't really see any other lines on her face except for like maybe like right there. Yeah, and here, even with like, white hair right there, she doesn't look old. She looks young. But when you go back to this shit right here, I'm not saying Xena looks old, but like you see how she's got like she got the lines under her eyes, so she looks pretty fucking tired. Yeah, this right here, honestly, these lines right here age her more than anything else on this picture. And once again, I'm not saying that it's, I'm not saying these things are bad. But right, yeah, this right here. When I had the Magneto up, like he doesn't look like Gandalf. That's it. But once again, you look at this image and it's like, yeah, you're just like, oh man, she looks like she's a little bit older than Xena on the TV show. And once again, I took some images that from about around the same time. This isn't like a new versus old. This is just I like I said, one of these days I actually do want to make a video like actually talking about shit like that, because I feel like it's things people don't really think about when it comes to art. But yes, it is an unspoken rule that when you draw a woman, you do not want to put a lot of lines on her face if you don't have to. Sorry, I did not mean to go down that rabbit hole like that, but I mean it felt justified at the time. Like this right here,
we're
actually,
all smarter for it.
Yes. This is actually perfect, right? Dennis from It's Always, I actually remember this episode of Always Sunny. Says summed up this Garbo patriarchal mindset up best. As men age, they get more refined and dignified. When women age, they just become old. This is honestly, and this is why I said, don't blame me, blame the patriarchy. Blame the patriarchy and the beauty standards that they set, because I personally don't think it's a bad thing for you to draw women who have like more lines of detail on their face. But I will say there are some artists who can do it and it not look bad. I think, and you know what? I think at that point, you can say it's a skill issue. And I am happy to cop to the fact that it's a skill issue for me. Like, I can draw a woman with more lines on her face, but the thing is, whenever I do it, I have to try extra hard. Like, it's like a,
right.
like a, what's that shit you ever see? What's the gif where, old boy is like playing video games. He's just like, he's like sweating like a motherfucker. That's me drawing I'm oh shit, yeah, okay. Okay, I got it. Like, that's me. I have to basically sweat. I have to do the art equivalent of sweating in a video game in order to do it. It's not something I can do naturally. Like, I have to like if someone's like, I'm like, shh, don't talk to me. I'm concentrating.
It all is related to that red pill thing, like where woman, and that's what Dennis is kind of like is satirizing there, right? Because he's a piece of shit in the show. It's the idea that the further away from childhood a woman get,
right,
the less valuable she is, because they're pedophiles. And I think most men have been, like, I wouldn't say most men today, but if you're going to try to tell me that 100, 200 years ago, that when it was normal to get married to a 14-year-old and you were 25 or some shit.
Oh, yeah.
That, no, it's not the same thing. You're looking at it from a lens of blah, blah, blah. No, I'm looking at it from the lens of somebody who now knows that there's a word for it that's called pedophilia. And that person was that. Because if you were able to make kids with somebody who was 13, 14 years old, you were a pedophile. They just didn't have a word for it. And it was okay. You know, like, fuck out of here.
Oh, and now they got all kind of words for that shit, like, you know, to try and get around being
pedophile and all that stuff.
That was that shit. Was it Megyn Kelly that was talking about that bullshit when she was trying to defend? She was trying to defend Jeffrey Epstein and be like, "See, no, he's not a pedophile. He's a hibophile."
So I saw a stand-up use that. He's like, "Look, here's the thing. He's like, I wanna stop something. I don't mean to stop the show. I do feel like we're using the wrong word here, because being attracted to teenagers is not pedophilia. It's actually called hebophilia, right? And because pedophilia
I remember
is,
that shit,
you know, prepubescent. The problem is you can't really explain that without sounding like a pedophile.
And that's why I always say, I was like, look, man, detail, like, I get it. I'm a details matter type of guy, but let's keep it a whole stack here. No.
Yeah, right.
No.
It's the fact that it misses the entire point in general, right?
Well, that 100,000%.
Right.
I think when you're gonna reach a point with me. If anyone ever tries to go down that road, like, okay, first off, the second that you have to start splitting hairs on what kind of pedo you are, I'm like, okay, dude, yeah. How about this? How about we just blanket? Yeah, you're just because either way, I mean, okay, yeah. If you want to talk about like the difference of degrees. If someone's a pedo, you're meaning prepubescent, you're a fucking weirdo to me, and honestly, I don't want anything to do with you. If you tell me, oh, well, you're a hibophile, I'm gonna look at you and just kind of be like, it sounds like you're just a pedo with extra steps.
Right.
Yeah, it's like, yeah, well, and you know, I like, okay, when you're okay, as I have gotten older, the age of the age of women that I like find attractive rose with me. So like I reached a point where like and for me, I actually don't really like being with anybody who is like 5 years younger than me. I'm cool with, but 10 years younger than me is kind of where I'm like, that's when you start getting into like some
it becomes like a, what do you have in common type shit.
Yeah.
But I will say on that conversation there, that is probably the one area that I do kind of like, nah, I'll have that argument, because one thing that's a pet peeve of mine on the internet is you have like somebody who doesn't follow the half your age plus 7 thing, whatever, right?
Oh, yeah.
You know, like what Van Off the Black just put in there. Okay, let's say I'm 50, right? And freaking heaven forbid something happens, I'm single. And I want to mess with a 25-year-old. I think people calling that pedophilia is now you're diluting the word from something that is like, hold on. if you want to call messing with teenagers pedophilia, I'm on board with that. Like, you know what I mean? Like that's a minor, that's still children, you're still a predator. A 25-year-old woman is literally a grown-ass woman. Could I have anything in common with her? Do I probably have issues? Do I have like, you know, am I like, you know, I'm in a midlife crisis or some shit? Like, sure. Like, is that creepy? Absolutely.
Oh,
you know what 100%. I mean? Absolutely. But whenever I see people out there like, yeah, that's a whole pedo. His girlfriend was 24. I'm like, that's not okay. Now we're getting stupid, man. Like, it's getting dumb at that point.
Well, yeah.
I do think it's creepy. Matter. I do think it's creepy. Yeah.
No, words matter. I think words matter. And I do, like, when people talk, like, 'cause I remember, I forget what it was exactly was going on, but people were talking about how, like, oh man, y'all are, you guys are just calling everybody a groomer and a pedo, and y'all are diluting the word. And I was like, yeah, I do agree that people do that, but here's the thing. If you are if you are a 50-something-year-old man, okay, first off, let's go just. I think if you're a 30-something-year-old man fucking with teenagers, I'm kind of like, I'm already looking at you sideways.
Yeah, no.
I'm already looking at you sideways.
No.
I'm already like, Matter of fact, if I see you in your mid-20s still, like, teenagers, I'm like if you're still dating motherfuckers who're still in high school, I'm like, no, this is not it, pimp. Now when you get into like when you start getting like your like, okay, like if I am in my 40s, so like for me, I think like honestly the youngest I would ever date of anybody would be someone that was like maybe in the like mid 30s. Like, and going any further past that to me is just like, not like, I don't think like for me, it's not so much that it's weird. It's just that like, I know we're not going to have anything.
Exactly.
Right. We're not going to have any shared experiences. You're going to come from a very different generation from me. And there's just going to be some weird shit things. Like, right. I feel like you are going to always have to explain yourself to me, and I'm going to always have to explain myself to you. And at that point, I feel like there is no okay, you know how it is like when you watch like movies, TV shows. I mean, people do this in real life too, but I'm just saying, like, you ever like when you watch like TV shows and movies, you see like older couples, like people in like their 50s, 60s, 70s or whatever, and they move like really fast because like they're like, well shit, we can fucking die any second now. I'm kind of in that phase of my life already at 40 that, like, you know, granted, I'm not, you know, single, but if I were single, I would probably move relatively quicker. And I feel like a person that would be that much younger than me would not be in the same place that I am at mentally, or maturation wise. So like for me, it's like, I'm like this. I'm like, okay, I can so okay, 43. So like for me, it's like, I ain't gonna hold you. Even saying 33 feels like kind of like, it's kind of riding the line there, kind of riding that line of whether or not we have any. I don't know.
Like, will we have anything in common? No, I feel you.
Yeah, like it's like there. So like for me, like what Vandal's saying, that half your age plus 7 shit. Like said that I don't like. Okay, I would prefer, if I have my preferences, if I dated any. I wouldn't even feel too terribly comfortable dating too much older than me either, because I would kind of be looking at that other person the same way I would look at other people that do that shit too. I'd be like, what you in this for?
How much money she got?
Right, this motherfucker here. But no, yeah, I just think people should be more be more aware, and because like I said, if you do that, like, okay, so like if we do that half your age plus 7 shit for me, then it's like 27, 28, something like that. Like I think maybe like 28, maybe even 29. That I would be like, nah, motherfucker in their 20s couldn't do it. Could not do it.
No.
I would feel so fucking gross, because I'm gonna tell you what would happen. You know, like you're talking like to another person, and you're talking about your shared experiences, and you're like, oh man, dude, I remember when I went to go see Jurassic Park in the theater for the first time. Dude, that shit was so crazy. If they're able, like, if a motherfucker could look me dead ass in the eye and say, man, I wasn't even born yet, I'd be like, yeah, it's time to go. All right, yeah, get the Ma'am, stay away from me. Restraining order, please stay back. Stay back. Like if you see me hanging out with a woman that's half my age, please believe I'm holding her for the police. She did something. You best believe I'm making a citizen's arrest. There's no fucking way. There's no fucking way. Stop. But no,
my wife is 7 years younger than me, and there are songs that they're like in the hook or they're in the background, and I'll be like, oh shit, yeah, I know that's from that's a sample from SWV or whatever, and it's like she's like, oh, I thought that was from Drake, or I was like, no, that's a sample. And those moments happen a lot, right? And that's only 7 years. If I'll just say this so we can move on. But if somebody, my thing is this, is there's a difference between creepy and then there's like something's wrong with you, dude, up here, right? If you can, like somebody put it in the chat, 20, he's 50, she's 20. First of all, 20 is different because her brain's not done developing. Now you're a weirdo. Right, you're in weirdo territory. Not pedophilia, but you're in weirdo territory. Let's make her 25, 50 and 25.
Yeah.
Now I'm not talking about creepy. I'm still not talking about creepy. I'm not talking about any of that shit. I'm like, dude, you have some developmental problems up here. Because how the hell are you in a serious relationship? Like, what are you talking about?
Also, I would never
be talking about anything. Yeah.
No. Like I would be forever in that mindset that there's an angle. Like, okay, who was old girl that she had gotten engaged to some dude that was like fucking 80, 90 something years old or whatever.
Back in the day, Anna Nicole Smith?
No, this is some recent shit. Some recent shit. I forget who it was, but basically you can't sit here and tell me y'all are in love. You can't. I'm sorry. I refuse to believe it. Look, and I'm not trying to say that the other person's a gold digger. I mean, I'm like this, man. Get your paper. If you marrying somebody for that paper, do you? I don't think you're any lesser for it, because honestly, everybody trying to get that bag, and honestly, if you marry a fucking billionaire or even a millionaire, fuck that motherfucker. Figuratively and literally. Get your money. But for me, if some woman who was half my age wanted to be with me, I would seriously be questioning. I would be seriously questioning motives, because, like, even for me, like, Cynthia's only 5 years younger than me, and even we have shit that's like, oh shit, you weren't even born when, like, I experienced my first this, that. Like, basically, by the time I learned how to read, my wife was not even alive. That's diabolical to me. It's diabolical to me. I'm like,
there's a dating show out there called Age of Attraction.
I saw that bullshit.
You want to see some uncomfortable shit? That's the one. That's the one. And of course, it had to, for the worst one, of course, it had to be a black couple.
Oh, God.
That shit was highly uncomfortable.
Dude.
Especially I'm sitting there like watching like I think that's what did it. That's what really kind of turned the page for me, is like my daughter's 25. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense. You know what I mean? Like that doesn't make any sense. This dude is like, on the show, is like 15 years older than me. He's like an old man, right? In much better shape than me. That's fine. Go ahead and run and do your thing. And then he's trying to get with somebody in their 20s. And I'm like, nah, you're a predator. You're preying on naivete. You're a predator. That's the only thing I think. Like I'm not talking about like pedophilia or anything. I'm not even talking about an illness or a psychological disorder. You're a bad person. Yeah. You're a predator. That's what you are.
100%.
And that's why you want to be with somebody so young. And not because this is something I called out, man, back when I used to stream, and I was like, listen, it is objectively true it is objectively true that if we're just talking about physical appearance, all humans are probably at their peak physical in about their early 30s, right? Like women have their glow ups in their mid 30s. Dudes are like fully men and at the highest physical aptitude in their early 30s. Like that is peak. And you are not going to show me one person, if they still kept themselves up or whatever, right? That was hotter than they were, hotter at 20 than they are at 30. No way, right? That's just not the way. That's just not the way human aging works, right?
No,
so if we know that physically, if we're only going by physicality, that women would be their hottest at 29, 30, 31, right? Let's say. What the fuck? Then what is it then?
Makes you wonder.
What are you going after if it's 23? If it's just looks, you're like, oh, I just want somebody who okay. So then find somebody who's 30. It's not about that. It's about the fact that you have power over her given your life experience and she has none. And then she doesn't know that you got lame ass dick game. Right? That it's all these things. You know what I'm saying? It's like, and I don't want her to compare me to anybody like that one lady who's had a sex life, blah, 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 blah. No, it's always bad. It's always bad.
Oh, yeah.
Anyway.
Well, I mean, it's like I said, that's where I am with that shit. So I mean, yeah, I have so many questions. I saw what was it brought up George Lucas and his wife, Melody Hobson. See, she's 57 and he's 81, and that's a huge.
That's huge, but that's too grown.
But at that point, I'm like this: if you're 81, you don't have to try that hard to marry someone half your age. Yeah. Which, to be fair, she's really. I mean, we're keeping it a buck. She's really more closer to being like 2/3 his age, or like or 3/4 his age. If you really want to like split hairs, she's closer to being that, which I think is fine. Like I think because here's the thing. Here's the rule of thumb: the older you get, I think the bigger your gap can become. But I don't think it but there's still a point. There's still a point where I'm gonna look at you sideways. Like when you're okay. Case in point. You are 18 in high school. You're 18. You're coming up out of high school. You're getting ready to go off to college. All right, I leave wiggle room there for that shit. But at 18,
Up to what?
Well, no, talking about like I'm saying like if you're 18, you can go down a year or two. You can go down, maybe
18, straight up 18. Yeah.
Like I'm saying, like if you're 18 years old. If you're dating someone who's like a year, maybe 2 years younger, I'm like, whatever. I don't care about that shit. But the
who doesn't agree with you though? That I realized this is gonna be surprising. You know who doesn't agree with you? Because I agree with you. 18-year-olds.
Really?
And then I started thinking to myself, I'm like, you know what? I didn't fuck with high schoolers when I was 18, 19. Like that was weird to me because I'm in college. That's in high school. Like, what's wrong with you, bro?
Right.
And my son, that's where I really started like thinking about it. Because I was like, I'll be like, hey, she's bad. And he goes, oh, I know her. She's still in high school. I'm like, what grade is she in? Like, she's a senior. I'm like, she's a year younger than you. And he'll make me feel gross. He'll be like, at high school. I'm like, oh, okay, all right, my bad.
Well, I mean, like for me, when I was in high school, like when I was 16, I was dating a girl that was 18. Like I think I was like a sophomore, she was a senior, and I honestly I didn't think anything of it. Then I was like, it's whatever. And like when I was
in high school, I don't think it counts.
We were both in high school, but like now when I was 18, and this is where I'm gonna kind of clarify a little bit more.
Oh yeah.
The higher up you go, that gap does not widen there. I want to make that clear. That gap does so when I say like I said like the gap widens as you get older, that gap doesn't really start widening until like because by the time I was like okay, so by the time when I was 18, I don't even think I was dating people were pretty much the same age as me when I was in high school. Yeah, like 18 up to 20, anyone who I was messing with was probably the exact same age as me. Like if they were anything younger than me, they were probably like a year older. But like that, like, but I had a hard cutoff because once I got out of high school, I didn't really want to mess with people who were still in high school. I totally copped to that. I mean, I think that's a matter of personal preference at that point. But like, once I got into 20, dating somebody who was 18 was kind of iffy to me. Like I'd be like, I was like, like basically my question would be, are you still in high school? Because if you got, because I'm like this, if you got like second period algebra, I can't talk to you. I can't talk to you. We're not in the same, we're not in the same place right now. We're not in the same place right now.
No,
and I don't,
100%.
and I'm not trying to come pick you up at school. So you can be like, hey, look at my older boy. No, we're not doing that shit. You're not gonna.
If you ask me to buy alcohol for your friends, this is you're obviously too young. It's over.
Oh,
it's over.
Oh no, as a matter of fact, when I was 20, when I became 21, it was a immediate like, oh yeah, no. Like that became like the hard cutoff is my age.
Right.
I was like, because y'all are about to have me out here fucking supplying your fucking, like, don't get me wrong. When I was that age, when I was like a teenager.
Right. We
Of course.
that, but
I was like, I was like, dude, let me get a little bit of that delinquency. Come on, man. Come and buy us some booze. Yeah, I put a little something on it. Yeah, but once but once the tables were turned, I was like, no, there is no way. I was like, there's no fucking way. And like, I remember like, because at the time, I was always in spaces, working jobs where like I was interacting with people who would probably be a little bit younger than me. And a lot of times I just would ignore them. Like, nah, I'm good. Y'all going somewhere. Which honestly made things worse. But I mean, that was one of those things where I was just like, it's fine. It's fine. Because we're not doing this shit. I was basically Smokey from Friday. I was like, they're going somewhere. Yeah. But no.
Thinking about it more, I would say 30 is my hard line where 30 and up.
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck how old the person is you're dating. If somebody told me, oh man, dude's 50 and he's married and he's dating a 30-year-old, I'm like, bro, I could not give a fuck less.
Nah.
It's in those 20s. It's in those 20s where you're like, nah, you're preying on something. Like a 30-year-old woman, this lady has debt.
No.
This lady,
No, and like I said, I say this as a guy who, when I was in like my mid-20s, I think I very briefly, I dated a woman who was like, I think she was in like her early 40s. I tried it out. It didn't work. It just didn't work. We were way too fucking different. Like she was.
That's what it was.
Yeah. She like, and the thing is, it wasn't even just her, because I tried it again and I quickly figured out, I was like, there is a limit to how much older someone can be than me.
Yeah.
Because like, it was like the stuff that's important to me is not important to her.
That's right. Right. Lifestyle stuff too.
Yeah. Like, I mean, from a physicality perspective, it was like, yeah, sure, we're compatible because we have like similar, drives or whatever. But like when it comes to like actually having to sit down and have a conversation with each other, it's like, it was always awkward. It was always just like.
Yeah. Also, what she wanted to do, because I only did that once, and she was about 10 years older than me, and she had all the assets. But it was like, that wasn't enough, because then it'd be like, oh, I'm going, I would like you to come because I got a friend who's retiring and I would like you to be my date for this thing. And I'm like,
I'm good.
I'm really not trying to be, and you couldn't say like everyone as old as you, because then she's going to get mad at you. But I'm like,
this is diabolical right here. Motherfucker said, once dated when we saw the OJs at concert when they were young. That's wild work. No, see, so here's the thing. And you want to know what let me know that I wasn't shit? That scenario you just talked about, where they're talking about, hey, I want you to come to this retiree party with me, we'll do whatever. You know what my excuse would have been? Sorry, can't. It's raid night.
Raid.
That's what I'm saying. We got different. When I was in my mid-20s, we had different priorities.
Yeah.
I was still like when I was in my mid-20s, like I was gaming my ass off. I worked in a fucking gaming store. Like I was literally the epitome of like a gamer, a guy who just gamed probably too fucking much. Yeah, I wasn't trying to like go places. I mean, yeah, like honestly, I was at a point in my life where like I would go out on the weekends to go hit up Beale Street, go out for a night on the town, go drinking, boozing, smoking. Like I was like that episode of Black Jesus. We gonna be smoking, drinking, and chilling. that was me. That was me every weekend.
Yeah.
But no, like when you but if you want to talk about like where my priorities were, it's like, yeah, I was still very much like, oh yeah, man, I'm just I can't come. Actually, I kind of don't. I don't want to go to the party because I'm not gonna hold you. They just dropped the Blu-ray of Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, and I'm really just trying to get on that. I'm really just trying to get on that right now. Like the new God of War just dropped.
Yeah.
I'm really just trying to get on that. Like I'm being real. I'm just being real. I'll admit it. I was the epitome of a fuck boy in my 20s. I was the epitome of a fuck boy. I wasn't worth shit when I was in my 20s. Honestly, any woman who dealt with me and put up with me for more than a few dates, bless your heart. Bless your heart. I apologize for how shitty I was because I admit it. I wasn't shit. But yes, that said,
Emerson, leave that dude alone.
Wait, what happened?
It took me a while to realize that said Emerson.
Leave
that 47 and 36. I'm 49 and 38 is my he said 40, yeah, 30. That's a grown ass woman. He said that Emerson goes, that gap is too big. How about you mind your business?
That gap's not too big. Like, okay, like
all.
Here's my thing. Like, once again, we're talking about, like I said, remember what I said earlier. As your age increases, I feel like your gap is allowed to widen. Now, if he was talking about I'm 47 and my wife is 26, I'd have been like, ooh, hold on, pimp. I got
now you got to do math. I'm like, I need to know how long you've been married
right.
and how long you were dating.
I feel like, wait a minute, how long y'all been together?
Need to be in this community,
right? Yeah, because I'm gonna be sitting here talking about because look, when I got to start like doing mental math and like, okay, wait, he said he was 40. Okay, so divide that by carry the 2. Add in how long they've been together. Like when I gotta do that shit, all right, yeah, you doing too much. You're doing too much. But no, like 47, 36, I don't think that's bad. Actually, I think that's perfectly normal. Like, because, like I said, for me, like me personally, like at 43, yeah, someone who's like 33 doesn't really, like honestly, I could probably date someone that was like just like a flat 30, but it would still be kind of like I would still like it would. It's situational because a lot of people age differently. And I think that's actually why Cynthia and I work so well. Is because while Cynthia is only 5 years younger than me, Cynthia, and I don't think she would be mad if I said this, she was already kind of an old woman when I met her. And what I mean by that is just like her mentality was like
an old spirit.
Yeah, like yes. Like she had a much older, like case in point. She liked watching like fucking Mary Tyler Moore and like old TV shows and shit. Like she was a very Nick at Night person. She wasn't like a go out and party person. Like, to put it in perspective, Cynthia and I have been together for like 15, 16 years now by this point. Mm-hmm. And even when we first started like dating, like she wasn't like a go out on the town party all night person, like at all. Like that was not her thing. She was like a homebody. Like she was more mature than her age even then would have given away. And so that is why I think we worked as well as we did. Or I say did as in the past, as we still work really well. But I mean, just saying, like, I think that's why we are still married to this very fucking day. At this point, as of 2026, we've been married 11 years. And,
congrats.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah. I accept.
I will say,
I accept.
changing the subject a little bit.
Yeah. Go ahead. Go. Shoot.
I'm just reading Invincible. Just reading
Oh.
Invincible, and I realized some of the things that you said about the difference in the relationship between Mark's mom. I'm like, oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
Also, Talia is a lot less sexualized in the show than she is in the comics. Like Talia is like a regular female alien, and in the comics she's a little baddie.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they actually they keep clothes on her on the show.
Like, yeah, weird.
Like she's like a full person on the show. I feel like, as opposed to being like just a kind of a caricature. Yeah, and I'll also go as far as to say that you probably also noticed that they spend a lot of time focusing on the fact that Eve got thick. You'll probably notice that like they make a lot of comments about how like, oh, this dress doesn't. Oh, it's not fitting. You
know what though? I'm proud of my man Mark in the comics too, though.
Yeah. Oh no,
he saw what we saw. He's like,
oh no,
this is nice. Like I'm not. He said, what he say? I'm not in any rush to see you lose weight.
Right? Yeah.
I'm like, golly.
I mean, you can lose it if you want to, but I mean, you
make sure you don't lose it in the wrong place,
right?
That's all I'm saying.
Look, you could do side bends or sit-ups, but please don't lose that butt. But no, I love that shit. But no, also, the beauty of some of the changes that have been made is that we never got to see Amber get her ass beat by the man she ultimately wound up being with. Because that is a thing that happens in the book, and I think we've kind of passed that point as far as like where the show would have done it. They ended up showing Amber being in a healthy relationship. But in the comic, like, she ended up getting with an abusive partner who was beating the brakes off of her. And I was like, bruh, that is...
Damn, that's rough.
That's diabolical. But yeah. Real quick, let me ask you this, and then I think we can kind of start to push that way. We kind of glossed by it earlier, but there was something very interesting that happened on The Boys this week, that I feel like this show is too prophetic. Yeah, or is just too, it's almost too current. It's almost too current day. It's
almost like I'm still waiting for the Charlie Kirks. I think they're gonna do it.
I think you might be right. I think I you know what? I'm actually terrified that you are right, because and the reason why I say that is because for those of you, if you've been keeping up, they're doing this whole plot point now where we kind of saw this at the beginning of the season where Homelander started seeing like when he was in the church and they were doing the service. They're doing the funeral service, and like they kind of implied that like he saw something, that like they implied that he had an epiphany, like something was speaking to him, like he had like some kind of moment of clarity, and we never really got full confirmation of what that was. But then as you fast forward to episode 4, we do get that confirmation, and it's because he sees himself as the fucking Messiah. Like Homelander, like, and look, I don't think this is, I hope this is not news to anyone. But Homelander is a very unabashed allegory for Donald Trump. It has been for a while.
Right. Highly insecure. Yes. Blonde hair, the whole thing.
Quick to insult, quick to be insulted. For all of that super impervious skin, it's words that break him the quickest.
That's right. That's right.
But the thing is, the thing that I found interesting about this was, and this kind of is in line with you, and why I'm saying I feel like it's almost too current day is because when Homelander is broaching the idea of doing a rebrand of Christianity, because basically, when he first comes to it, Firecracker's all like, "Oh, so yeah, you're gonna be down for our Lord and Savior. We're gonna be preaching the good word of God." And he's like, "No,
I'm God.
I'm
Yeah.
God." He's like,
Yeah.
"It's me. I'm
Yeah.
the Messiah. I'm the God." And she's kind of having to do like the yeah,
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what? You're right. You're totally right. You are the Messiah. You are, and it's
Mhm.
like, it
Because
becomes
they're afraid to send it to him. Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Shadow Sonic Silver 6, he's not just Trump, he's the entire Republican Party. I don't think so.
Mhm.
I don't think so. I think that whole team is different
Yes.
parts of conservative, the culture war type shit today.
Firecracker is very much MTG. Very much
Right.
MTG.
Right. She's also probably like a little bit of Charlie Kirk too. Like,
A little bit of
just
Lauren
spewing the
Boebert,
shit on.
yeah.
Right. But like they are on the nose. This dude is the Trumpian character, right?
Oh, yeah.
Like that's the allegory there. But I know you got that picture ready because it is impossible for them to have this story arc. It's not South Park. It's impossible for them to have this story arc
Mhm.
based off this. But how fucking weird that Trump posts this at the same time.
Oh shit! I think I know.
Is that not what you were setting up? I thought
No,
that's
I
what
was
you were
not.
setting
But
up.
you know what? You are smarter than me. So, what here? I wasn't even thinking about that. Here, hold. Let's.
I thought
No,
you were saying
no,
like
no,
a little
no.
tool on the nose. I'm like, oh yeah, I know where he's going.
Oh, yeah. No. But no, like over, like so. So the whole thing that they just recently did, I forgive you if you, for whatever reason, if you were not keeping up with current events, because I mean, let's be honest with ourselves. Man, shit really fucking sucks right now. Let's be honest with ourselves. Okay, I was about to say, I literally had just pulled it up because I was like, you know what? Yeah. But it's wild because that wasn't even what I was fucking thinking about. I wasn't even thinking, like, it wasn't really even in my mind, really. But like now that you pointed out, I'm like, oh, fucking yeah. But no, this shit right here.
Yeah.
We literally had Donald Trump post an AI image of this man as Jesus fucking Christ.
Mm-hmm. Wait. Jesus Christ. He said he was just a doctor and he doesn't know what everybody's talking about. Because you know how doctors' hands glow and shit whenever from the palm of their hands. Yeah,
I've never seen that shit.
Oh, come on. A doctor. Doctors they have that robe and they have glowing hands. Yeah.
Is that what that is? Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy. I mean,
Donald Trump really trying to sell like, I thought the picture was a doctor. I don't know. Shut the fuck up.
I've never seen a doctor wear these kind of robes before. What kind of these are some oddly King of the Jews level robes. Are these +2 robes to doctoring? Also, why the fuck are there Warhammer characters in the background? I'm trying to figure that out. Like, why are there like there's a Warhammer? This is clearly a Space Marine back here. What are we doing?
I think it's just AI, like going like, hey, I want like kind of like some soldiers and some like, yeah, okay, I got some soldiers for you. I know exactly what to put back there.
You know what it looks like? It actually looks like the type of angels that you see in Bayonetta. That's what it looks like back there, like type of angels you see in Bayonetta. But no, also the guy who looks suspiciously like Jeffrey Epstein. That he's healing.
Oh wow!
Like it looks like an AI. Like I don't know. Maybe that's a reach. I don't know. But But I do find it funny that this nurse here is looking suspiciously less at his glowy hand and seems more to be looking at the package. But that's another story altogether. What this motherfucker right here is praying for, I have no idea. But this guy looks like he's like, yep.
You don't gotta pray. He's right there.
Yeah, right? look, this guy in the back, he's like, yep, that's my president right there.
Man, look
that's
at
a
him
God-fearing president.
Shit. I love the way he just heals people, with his hands. All you gotta do is have faith in Trump.
Yeah, he's a God-fearing man. That's a God-fearing man right there. That's a God-fearing man. Look at him. He's so God-feared, he blasphemes because he don't care. He loved God just that much. He ain't feared. He ain't a fear.
They thought they would get him. They thought they would get him by asking him which book of the Bible was his favorite. He got him. Best answer. The whole thing.
He
said, not the whole thing. He said he's not gonna give just one book. The whole thing is what he said.
Yeah, he said. What was it when they finally made him say? Well, what did he say? 2 Corinthians.
Yeah, just
2 Corinthians.
Like, I was like, think of a name.
Bruh, stop. I'm sure someone held up a sign too. They were like, "Hey, here's two. Say Corinthians." But no, this so the same way that Trump's base deflected. Now, I will say there were some people who did get legitimately upset. There were some people in MAGA who got legitimately upset with the idea of Trump branding himself as the King of the Jews, the Messiah, Jesus Christ himself. Which, by the way, I don't know. I'm not religious. I'm not a religious person. I'm a whole atheist. But I grew up in religion enough to know that one of the 10 commandments is to not take the Lord's name in vain. There's also to not worship false idols, things of that magnitude, not to put other gods before God, that whole thing. So the fact that these people are so quick to want to rebrand the ones that are still like, oh, y'all just overthinking it, man. He was just trying to own the libs. How do you logic this? Because I'm sorry, there's no way he thought that was a doctor. Doctors don't have magic powers. They don't just lay a hand on you and heal you. Jesus does that. And also, what I thought was very interesting is that the audience that was present for the rebranding of Homelander as the Messiah, it went about the way I expected. They said, no, that love and kindness and goodwill towards men and women, get that shit up out of here. We need to make Christianity about America first. And look how the people responded. Like, look at the crowd. Look at the crowd here. What do you see? You see people cheering. You see people clapping. You see people excited. You see people like putting their fist in the air and going, yes, yes, finally. These people, they are bought in. There is not a single person in this crowd who is disappointed. There's no one that's like, because I'm gonna tell you what would happen. Because, when people are in the heat of the moment, they're always just going to go with shit. If Trump came out right now, if he walked out on a stage right this second and said, we're rebranding Christianity. And you know what? I'm your Messiah now. What do you think would happen? Do you think there would be a mass exodus of MAGA? Or do you think they would be like this crowd?
I think that it would be enough for him to lose an election or something, right? Mm-hmm. But his base,
oh no, they'd stay.
They would be that shit is solid, solid like a rock. Yeah, anywhere.
Yeah, no. Those people are never gonna leave. They're never gonna leave.
If I had done that little ditty in front of my wife, she would be like, "What was that? What was that from? I don't know what that is. Why is everybody laughing?"
Like, okay.
Is that like a car commercial? Is that from a commercial or something?
Is that like O'Reilly's or some shit? Is that what that is? No, I don't know. Why would you make that noise?
Yeah.
But no, the cult would be bought in. The cult would be bought in. They would eat this shit up hook, line, and sinker, and there's nothing that
100%.
you would be able to tell them. There's no logic, there's no evidence, there's no nothing. You could literally hold out a copy of the Old Testament in front of them, pointing to where it says that you shall put no other person before me, that you should not worship false idols, and they will say, you're wrong. That Bible is woke.
There, I think there would be a few camps of the people who stay. There'd be a few camps, but the two main ones would be this. The first one would be the ones exactly like you said. Like, yes,
oh yeah,
I do believe he is God incarnate. You know, all you have to do is take the logic of the Trinity, right? They don't believe there's three gods. I believe there's one God, but there's three persons and one God, and blah 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 blah, right? And so just add Donald Trump. Right, that is another Messiah. Okay,
100%.
That's one. But the other one will be this, and I think that it would be the larger of the group. They would go, obviously that's bullshit, but he's still better than Kamala. I didn't look. I didn't vote for him to be perfect on Christianity. That's not why I voted for him. So I could stop paying taxes, and that's what he's doing. He's doing everything that he, So they'll be like, yeah, cool, yeah, sure, whatever. I guess that's stupid, but he's still doing what he said he was gonna do. That's what they would do. They would just fucking add whatever.
Those are the same people that still unironically blame Joe Biden for gas prices, even though Trump has been president,
right?
Like for how long now?
Yeah,
Trump has been squarely in office for almost a year and a half.
Yeah, it's funny too because it's like in every normal circumstance, the president does not control the price of gas. That's not how the global oil market works, right? But somehow Trump did by going to war with Iran for Israel.
Yep.
And
the Epstein War.
Yeah, exactly. The Epstein Wars. By getting the Horn of Hormuz closed, nope, open, we win. Psych, I'm gonna blow up boats because they're not listening. It's open, guys. We win. Just kidding. We're gonna blow up. You know what he's doing? He's doing rug pulls.
Yeah.
Every single time he says that it's good, stocks go back up because people are guessing, they're speculating.
Yep.
And then it crashes, but it doesn't matter because he knows that once the media puts out that the horn is actually closed, him and all his buddies have already sold. They sold at the cap. Now everybody else is going to lose their shit. It's all plugged. They don't give a fuck. This is the most wow. And you know what's crazy is that this is from a government that I say is worse, materially worse than Nazi Germany, our country. And Trump comes in and says, "Hold my beer." He's like, "Yeah, you thought we were evil before? And I'm gonna show you what evil is."
Well, I mean, it's been the most insider trading ever in the history of any presidency. It's come on, dude. I'll make it this clear. The fact that y'all know how much I hate AI. I hate artificial intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
I hate generative AI. Not a fan. Don't like its usage.
Mm-hmm.
But goddamn,
Iran.
I actually loved it. Iran is eating their ass.
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, the diss track to Pam Bondi, or not Pam Bondi, but to Caroline Levitt. I was like, man, Caroline Levitt has 24 hours to respond on wax. Otherwise, she is washed. Because I was like, there's no way you're gonna sit here and let these motherfuckers body you like this. Kendrick Lamar style. They're literally Kendrick Lamar style bodying Trump and his entire cabinet with fucking Lego AI videos.
They replied. They shot back. But what an analogy you gave, because they were just as cringe and limp as Drake's comebacks
were.
Yeah. It was like, oh, you have them pulling down letters of Iran. Like, who's on your team, bro? I thought you had like a bunch of like Groiper, kids. Like, get some Gen Zers in there, man, because this ain't it.
Yeah, but I say, well, because they lost Nick Fuentes. They lost Nick Fuentes. So
Tucker
now
Carlson. They lost the Tucker Carlsons.
They so wait, you lost MTG, Nick Fuentes, Tucker Carlson. Joe Rogan is only as faithful as his options. So he'll say on his podcast he's done with Trump, but then he'll show up for a photo op the next day. So you take that how you want to.
100%.
Andrew Schultz personally voted for the motherfucker. Now he wants to be like, oh man, I didn't do shit. No, you did shit. You were part of this. A lot of the bad actors that hell, I think Candace even it's to a point. Candace Owens is disavowing this motherfucker now. Like it's literally all of the worst fucking people are now disavowing, but now they want to pretend like, oh no. You admitted you were wrong, so you're welcome back with open arms. No, I look, let me be the first one to tell y'all. I don't know who needs to hear this, but no, because the thing is, you might have changed your mind about Trump, but please believe that all those people we just named, MTG, Marjorie Taylor Greene, Tucker Carlson, Candace Owens, Nick Fuentes, all these motherfuckers who like threw in with Trump, they are still saying all of the other terrible shit. The only reason why they have fallen out of favor with him is because he said no new wars. And guess what we're doing right now? We're doing new wars. He also said he was going to lower the price of tons of shit. And guess what? Prices have only gone up. Like he said he was going to be America first. But what the fuck is he doing right now? Putting Israel first. So all the shit that he said that he was not going to do or that he was going to do, he has done the complete opposite of. And that's the only reason why they're distancing themselves from him. They're not distancing themselves from him because of racism or xenophobia, your bigotry, your transphobia, homophobia, all that stuff. No, it's because he's doing the thing he said he wouldn't do. Or he's not doing the shit he promised he would do. That's all it is. It is transactional. And I promise you that when another election comes up, they will still vote Republican down the goddamn ballot.
Yep. It's weird. It's weird to say, but I feel. Let me finish now. Okay, nobody get crazy. I feel like Nazi levels of anti-Semitism might save us. They are not allies, right? But the Republicans, the Trumpers that have turned on him. I'm gonna tell you something. I don't even think it's about fucking. I don't think it's about no new wars because they didn't say shit about fucking Venezuela.
That is true. That is actually true.
They're fucking mad that we're helping Israel. And if there's anything, these white supremacists are more. I think every day a white supremacist, these neo-Nazis wake up and they're like, all right, who is worse, Jews or black people?
Yeah.
It's the age-old question. We've been asking this question for hundreds of years, and I still don't know.
What do we hate first, the Jew or the black?
And I just well, wait a minute. What did you say? He's giving billions to Israel still? We're going to war. We have American soldiers dying for Israel? Oh, yeah, that'll do it. I
promise you. The only way you could get all like the neo-Nazi, like ultra, like Christian nationalists, racist conservatives, the only way you could get all of them to turn on Trump quicker is if he was doing the exact same thing he's doing for Israel, if he was doing it for Africa. That's the only way. Like either Africa or like South America, Mexico or some shit like that. If he did that shit for them, it would be a wrap.
Here's the thing though. You have to like think about the ingredients that go into this white supremacist cake. If he did that to an African country or to Mexico, the idea to white supremacists is that Latinos and African Americans, they're dumb, lazy, violent, right? Right. So anything that he does with them, he could write off. They're like, he's doing some deal. He's getting the motherfuckers, right?
Yeah.
They don't look at Jews the same way.
No.
They look at Jews as like conniving, evil, super smart. When Trump helps them,
the friendly merchant
right,
or whatever like the something merchant
the Merchant of Venice.
Or no, like what was it? The one where like it's like the super caricaturized version of like a Jew, but like they have like the hyper
long nose,
hyper long nose, and like the kind of like rat face and teeth.
Right.
That type of like racist caricature of Jews. It's I think it's called. I could be misremembering. I think it's called the Happy Merchant or whatever it is. But basically like that's what they think of when they think of Jews. That's what they think of. And
so when he helps them, he's like, wait a minute. You're not supposed to help them at all. They're too conniving. And that shit right there, I'm telling you. If he loses, it's going to be because the Nazis are on the deal. So
well, no, and you know what? It's funny you say that, Shadow, because that's exactly why people lit J.K. Rowling up. That was why people lit J.K. Rowling up for the depiction of goblins in the Harry Potter universe, because and to a lesser extent even the house elves.
The slaves of the house elves. Yeah.
Because while technically house elves were basically like whether anyone wants to admit this or not, they were basically black slaves, but the way they were depicted was not that differently than how goblins were, like in terms of looks. So it was like that was the thing where JK got to have her cake and eat it too. She could be racist towards Jews and racist towards black people at the same time.
Kingsley Shacklebolt.
Oh, dude,
I thought that was a joke. The first time I heard that, I thought it was a joke. I'm like, get out of here.
Kingsley Shackle, like not Spearbolt. Well, I mean that would have actually been worse. Not Kingsley Lightning Bolt. Actually, that would be equally as that. Also, that would have been a little racist too. Like,
but only nerds would have got that one.
Only nerds would have got it. But it's like, Kingsley Shacklebolt.
More electric powers.
It's like, wait. Why is his family name gotta be a reference to the shackles that slaves wore? Why?
I'm sure her answer is something like, oh my God, it's just the name I made up. And then probably start crying.
Oh no, I'm gonna tell you.
And talk about how everybody hates women.
She's gonna come out and say she's bisexual. What was it? I forget where I saw this shit, but it was a foreign man in a foreign land clip. He was talking about that shit. He was like, man, whenever white people get a little bit of criticism, he was like, they pander. They start pronouncing. They start they-theming.
That's it. And you gotta cry. The white woman tears haven't failed them for the last 500 years. They're not gonna give it up now.
I promise you. Start watching these celebrities. Whenever they fuck up, they're gonna do one of three things. They're either gonna say. They're gonna come out. They either gonna come out as being part of the
non-binary.
They'll be like, oh, well, I'm non-binary now. Just like they're like, oh, because basically, they're gonna they're gonna do like some kind of dramatic makeover to kind of coincide with that, or they're gonna come out as bi. And I'm not saying that I'm not trying to like diminish the LGBTQA plus community when I say this. I'm saying this because they will try to, regardless of how true or not or untrue it is. They use that shit as a fucking shield because they're like, okay, well, if you come after me now, well, then now you're just being hateful. That's why they do that shit. It's like, and honestly, black people aren't immune to that because I can't tell you how many times I've seen black people get caught up and they'll do the same shit. Though I will say, in the black community, it's more likely that they'll just say they have ADHD or they're neurodivergent or have autism or some shit. That is kind of like the black version of it. But yeah, or yeah, they'll come up with some other like bullshit excuse. Everybody kind of has their excuse though. But like I've seen it a lot because what was it when Old Girl when she got busted? The chick that was in Scream 7, the blonde chick. Yeah, she the chick that was in Pitch Perfect. When she got caught liking tweets criticizing people who were boycotting Scream 7 because of the Melissa Barrera shit and how like people were like, oh no, she stood up for Palestine and y'all fired her, so we're like, fuck this movie. Like she was basically belittling the people who had that stance and then was like retweeting posts mocking those people because the movie apparently did well at the box office despite that. And then like when she got called out for it, what was the first fucking thing she did? Oh, hey everybody, I'm bisexual now. And it's like the fucked up part about it is that I think her publicist forgot to point out that she'd already done that. She had already come out as bisexual years prior. So the fact that she...
I don't think anybody remembers. Just try it one more time. Just try it.
Yeah, just try it one more time. Try one more time. Try one more again. And here's the thing. I'll be the first one to say, I did not go see Scream 7 in theaters because I was like, no, fuck that shit. I was like, you did? I was like, for one, I like Melissa Barrera because she seems like a pretty nice person. Usually when I see her in interviews, she seems to be pretty up to speed. But the point of the matter was, Melissa was, I think at the time, one of the only celebrities who actually took a stand. Like, and I'm talking about like we're talking about at a time right around October 7th.
Right.
Like when it was not popular to do so. And she said, fuck it. She was like, no. She's like, this is a genocide. Like she was saying that shit before anybody else was saying that shit. Like, I mean, like in terms of celebrities. She was one of the only celebrities I saw. Because I think it was her and there was another celebrity. I think it was fuck, it's gonna fucking eat me alive that I can't remember her name, and she's like a fucking Bridget was it Bridget Fonda? Was it Bridget Fonda? Here, let me Jane Fonda. That's who it was. It was Jane Fonda. It was her and Jane Fonda. They both said something. I think Jane Fonda I think her publicist or whatever like fired her or whatever, like basically
that's Jane Fonda. Jane Fonda's the one who what they call it, Hanoi Jane.
Oh yeah.
Vietnam.
Yeah. Like I said, hey, look, hey,
she's OG.
Yeah, she's triple OG. She's triple OG.
Yeah, she's been on that anti-imperialist game for a long ass time.
Oh yeah. Like Jane Fonda is like. She is triple OG celebrity activist royalty at this point. Like basically, her shit is like literally etched into the fucking foundation of celebrity activism. But Melissa Barrera was like a new kid on the block.
Still did it.
And they fucking shit canned her. For that. Now it's popular. Now it's more popular. More celebrities are now coming out and being like, yeah, fuck this shit. This is a genocide, da. But the thing is, a lot of them waited for permission. Because once the rest of the world started calling it a genocide, then that's when you started seeing more celebrities go, oh yeah, no, it's a genocide. Yeah, no, it's a genocide. Yeah, no, it's a genocide. But no, but before that, like that those first like 3 or 4, 5, 6 months after October 7th, oh, please believe, if you were a celebrity, you were trying to protect your bag because you saw all the other people who were getting shit canned from jobs, losing their agencies, like all that shit. You saw how fast motherfuckers were drying up. And you didn't want to be a part of that. Now, once again, I'm sure that, Melissa's been doing, decent enough for herself by this point. But I don't think anyone would disagree that, regardless of what you feel about Scream 7, I think it is very telling. I think it's very telling that the most common criticism I have seen The most common criticism I have seen about that movie, and I have it myself because I have seen Scream 7. Hail to the high seas. But it's very obvious that they struggle to figure out a story.
Yeah.
Like they struggle to figure out a story.
Break it completely just to be like,
yeah.
All right, everybody from the last movie, new story. All right,
Yeah.
new story. Oh, it's a reboot? Not a reboot. Still same timeline. None of those people existed.
Right. 100%. 100%. Now, getting away from that.
Yeah.
Getting away from that. I think even for myself, like, and I'll totally cop to this. When all the, like, even though I had my personal feelings about the matter, even I was kind of careful about what I said. When that shit was going on, because I also saw how people were getting like canceled and treated as though they were like pariahs. Like I was not terribly quick to like, I mean, I had my feelings, I had my thoughts, and I kind of let my actions, do the talking more so than my words. But like, even for me, I was kind of like, ooh, like I actually wrestled with that shit. Like, ooh, should I say anything? Oh, I don't know if I should take a stance on this shit, because motherfuckers are going hard in the paint right now, trying to, deplatform people for, opening their fucking mouth. And, it's sad to see, and I hated that, I was as quiet as I was for, the time that I was, but it was a reality. Like, it was like, dude, your ass could very easily never, like, yeah, they say you'll never work in this town again. Never was it more true than that first like 6 months to a year after October 7th. Never was it more true.
I think about the fact that, like, because I was on it from jump, right? I was on it from jump, but then I had to go, don't make money off of any kind of platform, right? So like that's not how I put food on the table. And you're not active duty anymore. So whenever I want to like I was actually talking to a buddy I still have, and I'm like, if they send you into the streets and what are you gonna do? He's like, what do you mean what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have to go. I hope they don't do that. I'm like, come on, man. He's like, bitch, would you throw away your whole pension and da 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 da? Like, I'm like, no, I would go, and I would be one of the good ones. I would, like,
I'll be the good one.
I do remember the Dixie Chicks. The Dixie Chicks just said, war is bad. We shouldn't.
Literally, that's what they said. I think they did say something about GW. I think they actually did say something about him, but I think it was like the most I don't think it was like anything like super serious. It was like kind of
they had to
it was like a regular
little kid gloves. They only took off the kid gloves after they got canceled. But it was like, you couldn't talk any kind of shit, and that right there, bipartisan.
Oh yeah,
bipartisan.
And this is still at a time where people are like free speech, unless you're talking about the president.
That's right. Yeah.
That's why I always say don't. Yeah.
Like not any Democrat president, because you could do all that. You can say fuck Joe Biden. You can say fuck Brandon or whatever the fuck, some stupid shit. You can say whatever you want if it's a Democrat, which, by the way, you should. But when it's them, now it's like, oh, why do you want our country to fail? And you're un-American.
Yeah. Why don't you just leave? But
the thing
is, they don't.
Why didn't you leave under Biden, dumb bitch?
But see, that's the thing. Exactly. See, that's the thing. It's rules for thee and not for me. Because when Obama was in office, they could have all left. Remember people were saying that shit. Oh, I'm moving to Canada. Because I'm getting away from here because if he's gonna be president. And what did those motherfuckers do? They stayed for 8 years and made it our problem. They made it our problem. And then the second Trump was like, well, why don't you leave? It's like, motherfucker, why are you still here? Didn't you say you were going to leave like 8 years ago? I literally knew people who were like that. But you know what? I want to deviate
Yeah.
I wanna answer some super chats and we're gonna get up out of here.
Let's do it. Yeah.
First and foremost, this is from Levesso the Samurai with a 5 on the Streamlabs side. Says, you know what I'm tired of? People online taking screenshots of the Invincible show and comparing them to the comic. Damn, these fools can never be happy. This is what we were talking about earlier. It's bullshit. Honestly, at this point, I don't take any of them seriously. Not to mention, the for those that don't know, the character designs are not based on Ryan Otley's version of Invincible. It's actually based on the original co-creators. The original co-creator, because a lot of people don't remember this, but Ryan Otley was not originally on Invincible at all. At all. He came later.
Okay. So like Invincible #1's not Ryan Otley, you mean? Or you mean like
nope. No,
yeah.
Invincible #1, not Ryan Otley. Ryan Otley, I think, came in. It wasn't like super long later, but like you start to pick up exactly when he came on. Like it was like I think after like the first trade or two, I think he came in. I don't remember the exact numbers right now. This one we technically already answered, but I didn't know it was a membership. A shout out to Ed Boy in the Cup with the 21 months in a row. We also got Vandolph the Black with the 10 says, Dono bro, Jamie Lannister becomes a hero. I think that sometimes when you make a comic show, the problematic plot points get in. Heavy edits like The Boys could happen, but the fan base would riot. The thing is,
Jamie Lannister didn't rape anybody though.
That is true. Well, okay. So that was also the other thing. So Jamie Lannister, well, technically, you know what his greatest crime was? And I might be misremembering here because it's been a while since I read
Killing the
the
little
books.
kid?
Yeah. Or shoving Bran out the window.
Right.
He shoved Bran out the window.
That's pretty bad.
That's
like, pretty bad.
Probably one of the most terrible things that he did. I mean, yeah, did he do other bad stuff? Yes, of course he did. But I mean, like,
but he did it for love.
But he did it for love. He did it for the love of his sibling, and it was totally normal. Only it wasn't.
Right.
But no. And it goes on to say with the 10 said, for the record, back in the 50s, 25-year-olds looked like late 40s. Teenagers were going to high school in suits, and girls were wearing cocktail dresses when they went out. They dressed old as fuck. Wow. No, the thing is,
to us, though.
Well, no, that's what I'm saying. Now, yes. Man. This is why I actually tell people that you had to ask questions. You could never take anything at face value, because even when I was like 18, 19, 20, 21 especially, going to like a club or a bar, you knew that there were going to be girls getting in that club who got in with a fake ID. You know for a fact there was girls that got in there with a fake ID. It actually happened to one of my fucking homies from back then, and he almost got me caught up in some shit. And it's also why I'm way hardcore about this shit, because I almost went down from some shit that didn't even have anything to fucking do with me. But one of my boys back in like I think I was like maybe 22, 23, something like that. Dude that I was cool with, we were roommates and shit. He started messing with this girl that he bumped into, and I guess like she must have gotten into some like club or venue because he used to do like music and shit. Motherfucker got in on some shit or whatever, and I guess like he bumped into this girl, got in on a fake ID. Honestly, the second I laid eyes on her, I was like, that girl's young. Like I could look at her until I was like, she's young. I was like, that girl's young. Yeah.
Every single time I hear about this whole like she lied to me thing, like, bitch, you didn't want to know the truth.
Right.
That's what
And I even told, like, I was like, because I was the one who was like, do you mind? I was like, are you sure she's as old as she says she is? I was like, I don't know, dude. It's something about her, man. She kind of carries herself like, I was like, something ain't right. Like I was like,
dude, in my dating days,
you know what it was? I couldn't put my finger on it.
I would ask 24-year-olds ask for the ID.
Oh yeah. Oh no. I stay like honestly, you can look at someone and tell. You might not know why you feel that way. You know, people say like, man, I feel like so and so is this, but I just can't prove it yet. That's how I was kind of looking at her. I was like, I'm pretty sure this girl's like in high school. And I tried to warn him, and sure as shit, because like she was not coming home, and dude didn't break it off with her. What happens? The police come around, And who do they start looking at? They don't look at the white passing Latino guy who was out here obviously fucking up. They looked at the black dude, the one black guy in the group, and assumed it was me. But like, I remember there were times, and the reason why like I'm even more aggro about it than even just that incident, the reason why I'm even more aggro about it is because I remember, kind of in and around that same time when I was, dating girl. Dating is kind of honestly, it was just physical shit. But like, still, these were girls that they were out of high school, but they looked young. So like, to the, like kind of in the same way that I looked at old girls like, I don't know. It was like these girls, they still looked like they were, these girls were the same age as me. But you can just, if you looked at them, you might make that assumption. And that's also another reason why I was always hypersensitive to that shit. Where I was like, you know what? I don't want to mess with this person because like, I don't want to have to answer any weird questions and have to explain myself. I was like, we're not doing that. We're not doing that here. No. I said I want women who look like women. They look like full grown women. I don't want to be with these little baby face these women that still have like baby faces and shit, look like they're still taking like fucking 8th period calculus or some bullshit. I was like, nah, we're not doing that shit. I was like, nope. That is why I took such a hard line stance on it. It was like shit like that. But no, man, I'll just. Yeah, no, that shit was diabolical back in the day. This was also another funny thing. This is another one from Vandolph the Black with the Two, talking about Hexeth got that Tarantino Bible Ezekiel style. Man, that shit was fucking hilarious to me. How can you prove that you're more unserious? That you're quoting Bible verses that were written by Quentin Tarantino.
I thought he was talking about the Psalms 144:1. And I was like, well, I know that's out of the Bible because 15 years ago, my dumbass got it tattooed on my forearm. I was like, this bitch is not reading. Nah. Oh, he is. I mean, it's bad enough I'm an atheist with my past Christian tattoos, but now Pete Hexeth is reading it. I didn't know about this. So I went and looked it up. He sure as shit.
He was quoting.
And he said the rescue team is who read it out. Now, I hate to like say anything that sounds like in any way defense of Pete Hexeth.
Yeah.
But I can see a bunch of dumbass military dudes reading that over the radio like it's cool and him not knowing it was from the movie. Like the military dudes reading it out over the radio knew it was from Pulp Fiction. That's why they were reading it. But Pete Hexeth didn't. And I think that's it's interesting. Yeah.
Well, I mean, like I said, these people claim like it's always people who are so performative about how Christian they are that can be duped so easily. Because even a guy who is, I have not considered myself Christian in like I started really being like hardcore atheist in my 20s. So like I was like in my early 20s at that. Like we're talking like 21, 22. Like I kind of was already on the path when I was like in high school, but like that was when I took like I was like, nope, we're done. Even I knew, like I was like, that's not the Bible. That's Pulp Fiction, dude. That's Pulp Fiction like a motherfucker, my guy. Like, what are we doing here? Also, I didn't know this part. I did not know, but say apparently Tarantino stole that from another movie. I believe it. I can believe that. I can believe that. I 100% believe that actually.
Yeah. 100%.
Also, I didn't say this earlier because you know what? It actually happened before we went live. But shout out to Kid Caesar. Who became part of the Blerd Club Silvermine. They actually did this like an hour before we went live. I didn't catch it earlier, nice. But we love to see shit like that.
That's what's up.
You know what I'm gonna say? I'm gonna say we're done.
We're done.
I think we're done. Yeah, we're done. That's it. That's the show, y'all. I've had enough. I want to.
We've reached it. It's right here.
Yeah.
We're out.
Yeah, we're out. That's it. That's the thing. It's done. I'm not making this shit up. Y'all think I'm joking? I'm not. I'm serious. Dead ass. Look, we do not have. Obviously, we did our indie rec last week, so we do not have one this week. But what I will say is, I am going to be taking a peek at that Pragmata here probably in a little bit. Shout out to Jonathan Moda for hooking your boy up. And I'm still playing Crimson Desert. I just got to reach that point in the game where the game actually opens up, which is apparently 9 hours in.
It took me a little minute to get used to the combat. I almost quit that bitch.
Oh no, them controls are, dude. Let me tell y'all something. Everything you've heard about how ass those controls are, it is not an exaggeration. I thought people were exaggerating. About how terrible the controls were.
But once you get them, it's kind of nice.
But see, I think it's gonna ruin me for like games that have normal controls. That's why I'm scared.
Normal.
Like I'm scared to play Pragmata right now because I'm like, well, shit, I'm kind of in Crimson Desert brain. So like now what? But I will say there's some videos on the horizon. Like I said, next week there's a video that's right now patrons and channel members can watch it. But on the 27th, how to make your own comic. I had a video together that you're going to be able to learn how to make your own comic based on my experiences in creating Heart of the Darkness #1. You're also probably tomorrow I'm gonna have a video up for X-Men United #2 because I had some people personally ask me if I was gonna cover that shit. So I am. And there'll be a video for Thundercat Silverhawks again because there was some stuff I wanted to talk about regarding that. And there's some other videos I think that that I'll probably have coming out here before too long. There's a lot. I shot a lot of videos over the past week. So do with that information what you will. But we'll be back Saturday. I actually do not know. I do not remember what the fuck it is we're talking about Saturday. But just know we'll be there to talk about something. We'll probably talk about the Spider-Man, Superman crossover that came out this week, most likely, because, that's like the biggest book that came out. And yeah, other than that, man, we're just going to be chilling. So yeah, go check out all the videos that have been popping up. There was a video for X-Men Annual #1 that dealt with the Jim Crow era X-Men, which I thought was a pretty fun video to make. And there's also another video for Thundercat Silverhawks #1 that I put out last week. So go check those out. Show those videos some love. I got nothing else, man. We are yeah, I don't think you got anything. Yeah, Substack.
www.leftface.report. Leftface.report.
Do it.
Help me out.
Do it.
Help me.
I mean, yeah, but for real though, yes, do. That said, that's the show, man. So for Robo of Left Face TV, I am the Blerd Without Fear. Thrag.
We coming for you, nigga.